fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want am strong. We Simon Tekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. In unity we go they strive. Fight for freedom, we go alive. With courage and strength we they fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, oh I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
maka Biafra. Wero putara anyị onye ndu ihe Simon Efa Obatobiye.
Witness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
prosperity, progress, but in the mother had a quadobogo, Ndoka, Bunny people, Supadobogo. One apple, Premonese Tuesday, one at one person, Akona, Akona, Roshune, Pesana, Jugarabugoro, no, Cano, Barona, Niagara Puno, no Lonsa, Wa, and Dora Pugono, Nakakureba, and Akona could empty. Una Cusina, Umorozakunu, young guitar. Una Cusina. Every person na jet na agbalelu ndị na-akụrụ ya egwu anaghị na-akụ egwu no inelu ebe pastor ga nrụ biri ezugbo no esi ya na-ekwu ya ụmụ ogbenye ya tụọ ego je na-agbari ya fuel na generator ma ogbe ihe ache mụ na so no ba tụrụ eji isu aja kedu ka esi wewuru no su aja na aka ndị jiri no su aja mma ejiri gị su aja na-agba moto 7 million 10 million naira ikwani ihe eje eligwe iwe na ndụ ka ifo na enwe ebunu ga-eje ndị si ndụ ka nwere ebunu na-eje o onwekwa ebunu na-eje o because na-etekwara edekwuo na ọgaranya ije enugwe dị adịka anyịnya ịga na agala igwe and ngo abo garanya o nwere bi na-eje marakwa na onwe bi na-eje and ikwena ka idodo ndị mmadụ ebe a gbani anyị ji akwadobe ọgụ onye bụrụ na ọmụ maka o nwere eso ụmụ ya dewe n'ọgụ na-ada ọbụna egbe ka ị nwere edo ezo n'ọgụ na-ada ọbụna ọgwụ ka ị na-agwọta aji agwọta ọgwụ ụmụ Israel jiri gwọ ọgwụ na Baịbụl ama mụ na amakwa nke a na ndị ụmụ Israel jiri ọgụ gụọ Baịbụl wee bụ na akọba bụ prosperity and ngwongwo na ngwongwo gwana ndị mmadụ na-alụ ọgụ na Baịbụl ihe niile ha na-agụrụ gị na Baịbụl ọbụ mmadụ anọ ebe jiri ọgụ agwaghị ha na ndị Filistia na-ewe lụọ Filistia n'ọdị n'obodo oyibo ọrụ na-afụ ụwa ka ọ dị Filistia n'ọdị n'eluigwe ụmụ Israel ewee jekwa nke ekwute ụmụ Israel mgbe anyị dị n'ụmụaka iche ma ụmụ Israel ọ bụ na eluigwe ka ọ dị nekwa Israel ebe enyi ya na-ekwu okwu ya Jerusalem obodo dị ya ọ bụ n'eluigwe ka ọ dị Jerusalem dị ebe enyi ihe niile na Filistia dị ebe enyi Corinthians ihe niile a na-agbaghị akwụkwọ ndị Corinthians dịka edere ndị ihe niile a bụ n'ụwa m na-aga na-agbọ nọ ka o mee o ihe mere eme ebe a ihe mere eme and o nwere ndị o mere n'oge fa so n'oge nke anyị anyị eje ọgụ kwado ni ọgụ na ọgụ na-ada gbabazeni ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada ụnụ agwa na ha weta ji weta rice weta nke a weta project ụnụ eme na project ya zuo n'ike project gbada na nke emetere emetere igbe gwodu gbada ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada let people get ready because na ọgụ na-ada ihe akịta na-abụrụzikwa ọgụ ụmụazị ndị Igbo be anyị mụrụ na anya o ọgụ na-ada o a na-ekwu na ọgụ na-ada ma nkunu si aghọta mụ na-aghọta ihe ịnakọta na enwude ga-ebere isi onye ụka egburu isi eti na akpa awa onwe ihe unu menwu enwude onye isi ndị ka na-egburu isi tọwa onwe ihe imenwu abịa n'ihu gara nwunye gara ụmụ gị niile brezi igwe ucha ebere arabere Igbo bere onwe ihe imenwu kwa estel fada agwa gị kụbakwa aka ịtọkwa ebe ị na-akwa ka a na-agwa ụnụ ka abacha na-agwa onwe ihe imenwu onwe ihe anwa menwu a nakata egburu fada isi ha irisie blak kpagharịa rituru mgbe ibi nọ mgbe eji bido igbu fada ka ha ji wee bido na-akpagharị na-eme protest oge mbụ wezie gị n'ozi ọma na ọ ga-adịcha mma gịnị gwara gị na ọ ga-adị mma onye ifuru ka ọ na-anwụ anwụ isi ya na ọ ga-adị mma kemgbe ọ ga-adị mma tell people na-enwere ọgụ na ọgụ na-akwado ịda n'obodo ọgụ na-ada n'obodo gwa ndị mmadụ ha sevu ihe ha ga-eji wee gaa lụ ọgụ onye nwere ego were kashi gị tii n'akpa na-esevukwu kachi na be gị ọ na-abụ ọgụ ada ị na-enye ndị agha onye agha nwude gị inye ego ọ ga-avali ugodi ego ahụ inyere for the moment ọ gwa gị na-awa were ego a na-azụgodi onwe gị gbaa ị na-ejiri asụ ego adị ijekwuo na bankị ahụ ị na-amakwa na ịkpatụkwa aka kpatakwa ị na-esevukwa ego biko na bankị ga-efelu onye ọbụla mgbe ahụ maka na ọgụ anyị adada kịta eklozuo bankị agụ ewe ebe agụ ewe pịawa agha azụ so ndị ụka ka nna-achị ịgwa nka gbanị ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada ụnụ ekuzini ihe ọzọ na-agwa ha na ọgụ na-ada ọ maka ihe na-anwụdebeghị n'aka ka iji ekweta na ọ na-eme a na-enwude ndị mmadụ n'aka ọgụ na-ada Ogunada, and Oguaga, the head in the Bible, Emerino Kunumatanoyada, Monomu, Yakita, Makode, can I stay Gunima, Ogunada, 10 people, Nana Quadilog. It was in Asia from January to December, Fian Agua, changing her topic, one Han Ogunada, and then I go some part in a Bible, how we put on Ogunada. It got a revelation or Guanada and Edria Nogada. Manina like you good revelation, of whom I good revelation. Here be a good better important, even though I am well like Yagi, and you in your projects on the young can defend the chase, and young can demand you, and young can de Janara, and you can de Anabo Jesus zone. You need an angel coach, Bobon, Natona building, Naron, Caron, Arocas, in Uno to the rebuild. You was I am the hall for all rebuild, the Yankaro Rushi, Arogar Pai and Caron, a book appear quite parapet, Aroquazo, whom we are not out. Omo caro barohe, omo bebo caro barohe, Romo caro, Shobo Yesro to Ego, Arso Loca, and Wobe Agoya, Bamoloca. The most expensive church and the most expensive school in Rebundo can we. Monande got to get Umwe. Umwe say, and down on every better one is there. Carabundo Coto, Carabumacando Coto, Wundiego, Nanun, Carabundo Coto, Holy Ghost, Umwe, in your Praga, Japana, the big man again, Haka, fire! Or fire, and the piano cham. Where do you well more on all out? At the Papando, Mocoto, I think you see, at the Papa Haga, Guamaka prize, Ziggy, and the game of well, one day, or caught, in a cocoa, because the locker when we go Bronya Court. Not a fire, and do fire, go no dagidre. Mugadano, Munoko, Alan Munoko, Helu Munoko, Alan Munoko, fire, Uruko Chanja Bidre, Wakun, Chabo Fuchon, all fire, unity to the Borotan Joko, Kemba on a balance on a fire. I don't know we are about and you want a woman. You can't even when he passed. But in the mother is happy on that, but in the mud not gonada. But in the mother so one way. You look at one double man, Nimoya, a big Baba Malabogo, Kahadi, Brigodier, Bridia. Then every Nimoha conky Mohanine, Negabanos on Ubo, Nagabanos on Ubo, Bogota Neluana. Neluana in a Coco, Hanina Junction, Nines, Abayana Boon. Still, what be here from what be here to Limapana, Hanina Junction Boon. You know, can I super give a or no on a police shop, open out so long, then or what that big Zokita. I don't see you to Nobodunu Buri, Brusuno Buriana Hajizot. When a Briana Hajizot, where a so Zera and I hold. I
want to let the world understand what the so-called founding fathers of the Zoological Republic actually said about Nigeria. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs. They do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. Nigerian unity is only a British invention. Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, 1948, a founding father of Nigeria. The second one, Nigeria is not a nation. It is a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigeria is a mere distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who do not. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, 1947. Now, lastly, let me tell you what Nnamdi Azikiwe said in 1964 after the so-called independence of Nigeria. It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Then, should the politicians fail to heed this warning, then I will venture the prediction that the experience of Democratic Republic of Congo, which is Katanga, will be a chance play if ever it comes to our turn to play such a tragic role. These are the historical facts that nobody can deny. We have it in abundance. So, their three founding fathers have, none of them actually believed in one Nigeria. All their founding fathers. But tomorrow now, you see Guardian write the founding father. Our founding fathers will be disappointed. But your founding fathers never believed in one Nigeria. It is here now.
Is the question. Why is it that the Europeans are afraid of other countries within Africa, may follow up the breakup of Nigeria? And they would want to break up and form their own country. I want you people to ask yourself, why are they thinking like this? Because I have come across a lot of arguments where somebody will say, okay, they want to maintain Nigeria so that, because they are afraid. According to them, during the 1967-1970 Biafra, the issue was that if Biafra, succeeded in breaking away from Nigeria, other African countries will want to follow suit. Now, I ask again, why are they afraid of that? My people, it is not about natural resources. Some people say they are afraid to lose natural resources. It is not afraid to lose natural resources. No, 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 no. Of course, business is part of it. Business is part of it, which natural resources is also one of the factors. But this is not the issue. The issue here is not about the natural resources. Because anyhow, they are still going to have access to these natural resources. Somehow, they are going to have access to it. But it is not about natural resources. Well, so when natural resources is one compelling factor, but we should go beyond natural resources. It is time we begin to think beyond natural resources. It is not about natural resources. They are afraid of the economic power that will come from Africa when Africa divide along tribal line. Because you see, they know, they are afraid for you to know what they know. So it is not about natural resources. If you are thinking that it is because of natural resources, my brother, somehow you are right, but you are not right completely. You are getting the main point very wrong. The point here is that they are afraid of you adopting the system that made them what they are today. And what is that system? Dividing your country along tribal line. And that is what we want to do. That is exactly the brain we want to bring to Biafra. We want to bring Biafra, and Biafra will be divided along tribal line. That Efik, Ijo, Ichekiri, all these people will be the confederated state of Biafra. You are going to have your own government, your own autonomy, make decision, control your natural resources. If you have 1 trillion ton of whatever you have in your land, you control it. And we are going to have the central government. And it is going to be joint military. The military is going to be like a NATO. If anybody is attacked, the entire Biafra will come. So we are going to have one common defense system. One common defense system. You see, just like this Europe is a little bit different. Europe is, you know, they have countries and all that. And within this country of Europe, there are countries that have autonomy, that have also autonomy within their own countries. Believe me, this is what they don't want us to do. This is what they don't want you to do. The Europeans discover that when they are together as one bunch people with different background, different culture, different language, different understanding, different thinking, things were not working. Things were not working. From 1940, 1930s, 1950s, 1960s, when these countries in Europe were still in one big for nothing country, there were no progress. In fact, do you know that, let me tell you, when they tell you that in Nigeria, in Benin or so, or is it in Ibadan or so, they have television before Switzerland. They have television, TV in Nigeria or in Yoruba land. Yoruba land, they have TV before Switzerland. Do you know why? Do you know why? I want you people to understand that the liberation of Biafra has entered the highest stage in the history of Biafra. Not even during the war. I am telling you, it has entered the highest stage ever. And we are going to do everything humanly possible in this life to restore Biafra. Everything humanly possible will be done. And I want you people to understand that the Biafra liberation is step by step, segment by segment, plan by plan, executions by execution. We'll be executing those plans according to the template till the last one, and Biafra
Let us go talk about the objective of your struggle and how do you intend to achieve it in practical terms?
In practical terms, it is civil disobedience. The same way that Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. accomplished civil rights in America, the same way that Mahatma Gandhi led India to independence out of British colonial rule, the same principles we are applying, and might I add, very successfully too. We will do everything possible to unravel and unshackle the zoo called Nigeria. Everything humanly possible. No stone will be left unturned. We will sacrifice everything sacrificable. Material, life, blood will throw into.
And we will do everything humanly possible to see the Biafra exit.
Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out in the area of any indictment or anything. Because we know our prime minister didn't do anything wrong. He is doing exactly what we are doing. All the killings that the Southeast and South delegitimized governors are doing, that is what our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was preventing. That is what Nnamdi Kanu was preventing. And the whole world have seen how Finland took away our Prime Minister. And within that period, hundreds of innocent Biafrans have been murdered by Christopher Musa and Tinubu using the reintegrated terrorists that they imported into the Nigeria territory. That is what is going on. And that is something that Biafrans have risen up and said, no more. So we are still waiting for Finland to accuse our prime minister of anything. They've held our prime minister, going to almost 3 months, 90 days. He did not commit any crime. But from what Finland has done, we have now discovered there is a history of what Finland is doing to suppress Christians, to suppress freedom of speech, and to destroy.
Hope. Asekwana na dey Chineke ga-eme. Ọ ga-emekwa ya ịfụnanya. Ise n'igwe na nwere ihe ọ ga-eme maka Biafra. Ọ ga-eme ya ịfụ ya n'anya. Ịghọtago? Etu aka ọ dị. Ịghọtago? Ọnwa pie.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program, wherever you are joining from. I appreciate you. I welcome you to this amazing program. Please like and share the program on your platform. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. It is very important that we connect and share this program so that we can reach to as many people as possible. Please, wherever you are watching from, either you are watching me from TikTok, or you're watching from Facebook, or you're watching me from David Herbert channel on YouTube, I welcome you. Kindly let me know if you can hear me properly, more especially on David Herbert channel. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Type on the comment section. Let me know if you can get my voice clear. I'm getting repetition from this area. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Those who are watching from David Herbert channel, more especially, if you can hear me, kindly type on the comment section and let me know that you can hear me clearly before I continue. I want to get that confirmation before I proceed. Meanwhile, everyone that has connected, wherever you are connecting from, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you so much, my brother Okafor Chijioke. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Okafor Chijioke, for that very response. Okay, I can see it's repeating. Just give me a minute. Let me refresh. Just a second. Let me refresh and come back. Let me refresh and come back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I've just refreshed it. I saw my voice was actually repeating. Some people were not hearing me. It was repetition. Please confirm to me if the voice is okay now, because over here I was hearing the repetition also. That was why I asked the question, to know if it's from my side or from other areas. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, Opara, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Tina Oji, thank you so much, Tina. Ikechukwu Ogujiofo, thank you so much. Thank you, Ikechukwu. Anko Jerry, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone. Gloria, thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you so much, everyone that has been able to respond. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone. Uncle Jerry, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone. Thank you for your patience. I can't thank you enough. It's not easy. Without you being here, I can't be here either. And I wish every one of you a very happy weekend. I wish you a very happy weekend. Thank you all for your patience and joining me. I appreciate those who are watching from TikTok. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. Those that are watching me from Facebook, I appreciate you also. Thank you for joining. My fellow Biafrans, happy weekend, happy weekend, happy weekend. It is another weekend program as we have come out. You know what we do every time we come here? We always come here to share our views with the world, to encourage the Biafrans, and to expose the evil of the enemies, the blackmailers, and the propagandists. That is what we do. In this platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack anybody or any individual. We do not come here for any saga. We do not come here to begin to antagonize anybody. We don't come here to speak against any race or religion. What we do here is to present the case of Biafra before the whole world, to tell the world what is going on in Biafran territory, that thing that the zoo is hiding, That thing they do not want the world to hear, those things they are hiding, we bring it before the whole world for the world to see and know what is going on in Biafran territory. And no matter how they try to hide it, we continue to expose them and tell the world the truth and nothing but the truth. In our morning section all the time, you know it is an interactive section, so you have the right to join us on the platform and air your opinion. As long as you are a human being, you are entitled to your opinion and you are entitled to join us on this program and air your voice. In this very platform you are watching this program, members of the Cabinet of the United States of Biafra is watching. The Secretary of Information is observing everything we are doing here. And the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, is also observing what we are doing here. So whatever we do on this platform is being followed up by the government of the United States of Biafra. So whatever you say here, whatever contribution you make, whatever question you make, whatever suggestion you bring on, the government is listening and they are going to implement it where necessary, and they will respond to you where necessary. My fellow Biafrans, once again, I welcome you to this weekend program. Today, we are going to discuss, as we have always done, it is going to be a hard talk. And these topics that I'm bringing these days is for every one of us as Biafrans. Every one of us. You can join us on the platform. And let me tell you, it is not compulsory that you must speak in English. There is no law that says that in this platform you must speak in English. We are only using English on certain occasions to make sure we reach out to the audience. But if you are only comfortable with using your own language, please do so. Any language you are speaking, as long as that language is the language of Biafra. We have many tribes in Biafra land. We have many tribes. We have the Ibibio, we have the Ibanke, we have the Efik, we have the Ijos, we have the so many areas, so many tribes. Whichever one you belong, if you are very comfortable in using your own language. We also have the Igbos. If you have the language, you are comfortable in using your own language, please do not be ashamed, do not be shy. Speaking your language makes you more intelligent than you can ever imagine. There is nobody that says that it's only those who knows how to speak English that are intelligent. You do not determine intelligent with English speaking. That is not how you determine intelligent. So if you have a contribution to make on this platform and you are comfortable on your own language, please do so. Do so. The platform is a Biafran platform. And for the fact it's a Biafran platform, we also allow those who are not Biafrans, those who do not agree with us, wherever they are coming from, they are free to join us and speak, ask us questions. Bring on their constructive argument. Bring on their superior argument. We are ready to learn, and we are also ready to teach them and answer their questions. That is what we do on this platform. So don't allow anybody to talk you down or say you don't want to come up because they are speaking English. No, use your own language. Come on and talk to your own audience. More especially, mainly the languages in Biafra land. The Igbo language, the Ijo language, the Efik language, the Bibio language, the Calabar language, anyone you are speaking in Biafra, please try as much as possible, use it and speak to the audience so that they can understand. I appreciate every one of you that have joined us on this platform. I thank you so much for being part of the platform today. And today we have come to discuss again, as we always do. It is a hard talk. A talk where every one of us need to contribute for us to forge ahead. You know where we are today. It is moving forward. There is no going back. We are not talking about yesterday. We are talking about our future. Yesterday we talked about thinking ahead of time. That is what we talk about. We talked about yesterday, to outthink your enemy. That is what we talked yesterday, to outthink your enemy. So we are thinking ahead. We are not looking backwards. We are moving forward. Whoever wants to stay backward, you are free. If you are comfortable in that your comfort zone at the back, you are very, very free to relax that place and be comfortable at that area. You are very, very free. If that is where you're comfortable, please stay in that place. No problem. You are entitled to your opinion. You have the freedom to associate with anything you want to associate with, any belief you want to hold. It is your own. And if you want us to join you or reason with you, bring on your superior argument. The world is watching. Biafrans are very smart people. That is my joy. Biafrans are very, very smart people. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what you say or how you see it. I will still be a Biafran in my next world. If there will be another next world to come, I will still come back as a Biafran. And I'm proud to be a Biafran. An Igbo Biafran at that. Very, very proud one. And I owe nobody any apology. Today, we are discussing on the topic which says there's a responsibility in being a Biafran. It's more than just answering a Biafran, occupying space. There is a responsibility in being a Biafran. It's more than just answering a Biafran, occupying space. This is what we are going to discuss today. Responsibility of a Biafran. Some of us think that it is just enough to say, I am a Biafran. Anybody can say it. We have seen some Janjaweed come online and they say, we are all Biafrans. I have seen so many people in Nigeria use that very phrase. In the Zoological Republic, they use that very phrase, including the Janjaweed. They tell you, we are all Biafrans. Some of them will come and tell you that Biafra is a thing of the mind. Biafra is a thing of the mind. They say, oh, Biafra is some of the people that are being persecuted. So anybody that's being persecuted, you're a Biafran. It is much more than that. If you are not a Biafran, you will not understand. And Biafran comes with responsibility. There is a responsibility in being a Biafran. There is. There is a great responsibility in being a Biafran. Some of us have forgotten that. Some of us think that it is enough to come online and shout and talk and declare themselves as a Biafran without taking any responsibility. Some of us think it is enough to say, all hail Biafra, without taking any responsibility. Some of us think it is enough to come and say, oh, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is our supreme leader. Release him. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a good man. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody can say that. Even our enemies are saying that. The Janjaweed are confessing to that. If that is not enough to make you a Biafran. Some will say, oh, I love Master Samuel Egba. Without Master Samuel Egba, I cannot do anything. He's the best man. He's Obatobie. He's this one. He's that and that. They praise him. They shout joy. They say, oh, Master Samuel Egba, he's the only man who can do this and do that. Master Samuel Egba, he's a spirit. Master Samuel Egba, he's a ghost. Master Samuel Egba, he's a Messiah. Biafra is more than that. Biafra is more than that. Biafra is more than that. You must learn to take responsibility. It is not enough to carry Biafran flag and protest in the street. It is not enough to open a platform and name it Biafra this and Biafra that. It is not enough to come online and talk about Biafra. You must take serious responsibility for the cause of Biafra. What are those responsibilities? One of the responsibilities that we will learn to take is to make sacrifice, be patriotic to Biafra, for better, for worse, until death do us part. Citizens of the United States, the citizens of the United States, they never run away from the United States, no matter what happens. That flag, they hold onto it, they protect it, they defend it. It doesn't matter who is the president. They don't care. The citizens of the United States of America, they do not care who is in that power. But you see that flag and that name, the United States of America, you don't play to that direction. They will defend it. They will fight for it. They will protect it, regardless who is in charge. there is a responsibility in being a Biafran. It's more than just answering a Biafran. But what we see in our case today is that there are people who can talk so much about Biafra. You go to their platform, everything is Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. They put Biafra in their body and they wear it as clothes. But yet, in a little trial or temptation, they fall out. They never take responsibility to protect that very Biafra they're talking about. Today we have the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra. That the Biafran people gathered in Lati, Finland on the 29th of November 2024 and declared. And people penned down their signature. Even before that declaration, more than 50 million Biafrans across the world voted on a referendum to give the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, a mandate and his cabinet to push on and take Biafra away from Nigeria. The mandate was given to Mazi Simon Ekpa, the leader of the government, and his cabinet. More than 50 million Biafrans gave them that mandate to go ahead, make the declaration, and take Biafra out of Nigeria. While that very referendum was going on, every one of us were happy. We were happy. The result was amazing. Some of our enemies who were laughing, at a stage they became afraid. While the referendum was, they were laughing, they're making a joke. Some say it's just online. While they were saying it's just online, we began to conduct it on the ground with evidence to show. All hell broke loose. They began to down talk it. They began to use different kinds of phrases to describe it. We did not listen. We didn't mind them. We moved on, concluded on that referendum, of which the final result was supposed to be announced on that very day of the declaration. But the enemies of Biafra, inside Biafra, decided to withhold the information to themselves because they were given charge of that department to take care of. The people who we are supposed to pronounce, bring the result for us, and they did not. They hold it to themselves and they seize the documents. But I thank Chukwu that before then, our Prime Minister have already released bit by bit the result of that very self-referendum. And I believe by the time he joins us and come back, he has access to the portal and he will now bring the final result to the whole world for everybody to see. Going forward, from there, that very mandate was generated to declare Biafra. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa was then with us, leading the government of Biafra. And the Deputy Prime Minister today was working hand in hand with him as the COS, sending out information and letters and organizing meetings with powers that be, inside and outside. And when they took her away, the Biafrans, when they took somebody, the Biafrans, who knows what it is to take responsibility, who knows what it is to be Biafran, they stood their ground to continue to march because there is already a template on what to do, how to do it, on where to go. Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, by the special grace of God, the head of the government, we, the members of the cabinet, we are able to draw a map where to go, what to do, and how to do it. So when they took him away from us, thinking that they're going to strangle everything and keep everything at standstill, the Deputy Prime Minister, the COS, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, pick up the mantle and continue to implement what has already been discussed. Taking responsibility immediately. She did not shy away from doing what she's supposed to do. She did not become timid and say, oh, I'm a woman, they're going to kill me. She wasn't afraid. Oh, they're going to attack me, they're going to arrest me. She was not scared. She started immediately, even before the report came. She has already started calling Biafrans together to stand strong before the information come to confirm her as the surrogate. She has already started making the moves. And that is taking responsibility. And when she came out and began to do it with the direction of the Prime Minister, all hell break loose, including those who were claiming to be Biafrans, refused to take responsibility, both men and women. And instead, they were fighting against those who knows what it is to be Biafra. There are some people today that think that to be Biafra is to be online and be popular, as one of those who is talking about Biafra. They think that to be Biafra is to be in charge of a group, to be a spokesperson. It is much more than that. There are people you don't hear their name, you don't see them, but they are hardcore Biafrans and they're doing marvelous jobs. So many of them are part of the success you are seeing today that you're celebrating, but you can never hear them anywhere. These are the people who knows what it is to be a Biafra. Biafra is not just by mouth. Our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, took that responsibility, and all the members of the cabinet who were truly Biafrans took responsibility to stand their ground and say Biafra must be declared, with or without our Prime Minister. The mandate is very, very straight and open. Go ahead and declare. And the Deputy Prime Minister led the declaration with the support of all the Biafrans. Biafra was declared. As Biafra was declared, just as Prime Minister said, it is stage by stage, bit by bit, step by step. And in every stage we get to, some people are going to get confused. The impatient ones will fall out. In every stage, there is a new responsibility to come. Financial responsibility, mental responsibility, so many kinds of responsibility at every stage, stage by stage. And when we got to a certain stage, those who took responsibility from declaration, some of them began to fall out. They didn't understand what was going to get. It became about them. They began to put themselves forward. Instead of putting Biafra first, instead of putting the United States of Biafra, which you yourself was part of declaring first, you are putting your own personal project first. And they continued on that path. They continued. Some began to generate power for themselves. Some began to make it as it is their strength and their power. But I bet you, in the course of Biafra, it is not by might, it is not by power, it is by the spirit of Chukwu Kabiama that you succeed. If there is any success you are making in Biafra, and you think it is because of you that that success is made, you are a failure, and you are still failing already. If you make any success in the process of this restoration, whether you are a leader or a follower, you will engage in assignment and you see that you are successful in that area that Chukwu Okame have given in your hand. And you now arrogate it to yourself that without you, it will not happen. You got it all wrong. And Chukwu Okame will disappoint you instantly, not tomorrow. We have seen it on several occasions. That is why I do not appreciate praise singers. I don't like praise singing. I do not like praise singers, praise singing. In Igbo language, they call it otimpu. I don't like otimpu. Not the people. That attitude of otimpu, I don't like it. Because that attitude of otimpu, praise singing, has caused much more harm. It has caused much more harm than good to us, more especially the Igbo Biafrans. They don't know how to manage fame. They do not know how to manage fame. And so many of us are very poor in processing informations. That is why the attitude or the idea of otimpu is not advisable. Don't be otimpu for anybody. Do not be otimpu. Just speak the truth. Just focus on reality. Focus on the business of the day. All these praises and exaltation, I do not appreciate that. And those who engage in praise singing, otimpu, I don't like it. Not the individuals, but the attitude is what I do not like. Because when you are a praise singer, number one is that sometimes you don't know your boundary. And most times, you yourself that is praise singing, you mislead people. You mislead people with your praise singing. Knowingly and unknowingly, you mislead people. That is why I do not like the idea of praise singing. And praise singers can't be trusted. Praise singers, they cannot be trusted. They are very flippant in their attitude. Today they are praising Mr. B. The next minute they are praising Mr. A. The next minute they are praising Mr. D. Praise singers. They will be the one to praise you and raise you to the highest level. At the same time, they will be the one to drop you and disgrace you. So when you begin to build your wall around the praise singers, you begin to build your strength around the praise singers, you will fail. That is a very deceitful character that I do not appreciate. Praise singing. Otimpu. Don't do otimpu for anybody. Just speak the truth. Follow the reading and do what you are supposed to do. All the way from our spirit of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, some people who were the otimpu, the main otimpu of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, where are they today? Oh, our supreme Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, oh, the Messiah, our Savior. Where are they today? Where are they today? Those people who were praising as for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Go and check them today. Go and check what are they doing. Ohamadike, one of Igbo land, our Savior, our Messiah, our Lord. Go and check them. Majority of those people, go and check them today. Some of them today are the arch enemies of Mazen Nnamdi. Some of them today, they don't even mention about him in their platform. The same thing in the time of Mazen Simon Ekpa. Some people that are his praise singers, in his absence today, they have turned 360 degrees. They can't even protect that very thing he has left in their hand. They can't even protect it. They can't even be patient enough to protect the image and that thing that that person is standing for. There is a responsibility in being a Biafran. Every single one of us, old and young, pure, poor and rich, tall and short, male and female, every one of us have a responsibility. It's more than just answering a Biafran. Oh, we are members of Biafra. Oh, we are United States of Biafran government. Oh, we are this and we are that. It is much more than that. It is much more than that. If you know what you are fighting for, if you are truly a Biafran, you'll be ready to die for it. You can't give it up for anybody. No, you don't. You will never even think about giving it up for anybody. You don't. One of the way you know people who doesn't know what they want is resigning and handing off when there are challenges. You say, I resign. When there are challenges, when it is not going your own way anymore, you say you resign. But the main people who know what they want, regardless of the situation, they will pursue, face their challenges, correct the situation, and move ahead and go on. The pursuit for freedom doesn't end in a second. It takes time. And it takes consistency. Persistent. Continue, request, and ask until it is done. Push. You continue to push until something happens. Challenges are bound to come. Obstacles are bound to come. People will leave. People will die. People will betray. People will be confused. People will make mistakes. These are things that must happen. It doesn't matter how sincere you are. It doesn't matter how perfect you are. It doesn't matter how careful you are. People must make mistakes. People must fall out. People must fall in. People must betray. So if you take any one of these things that are bound to happen, because of it, you run away from your own responsibility of protecting your nation, it means you don't know what you're doing. It means you don't know what you're doing. Everything that has to do with leadership comes with challenges. More especially when you are dealing with people that claim to know everything, even when they don't know anything. When you are dealing with people who don't know anything, yet they claim to know everything. That is why some people say that half education is a disease and it's bad, because those people that are half educated, they feel they have known all. With the little knowledge they have, they feel they have known everything. And when you begin to correct them, they will never accept your correction. It is even better that you are not even educated at all. You don't know anything at all. So that when somebody is speaking, you calm down, listen, then take correction. But those who are half educated, those who have half information, and they believe they have gotten every required information on the planet Earth, and when you are talking to them, they tell you they know all. And when you allow them to speak, when you allow them to act, you discover they know nothing. In short, they have not even started the journey. You realize that they have not even started the journey at all. The restoration of Biafra is stage by stage, bit by bit, part by part. You haven't seen nothing yet, my fellow Biafran that are watching. If you are truly a Biafran, prepare for more difficult days ahead. You think you have seen stubbornness, you think you have seen betrayal, you think you haven't seen nothing yet. Prepare for more serious things to happen. Even those people you are seeing now, you think you trust them. Even the people you think they are angels now, just be patient, continue to watch. The only person you can speak for is yourself. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, in one of his brokers, he said that the only person he is sure that tomorrow morning when he wakes up, he will talk about Biafra is himself. He can't stand for anybody around him, not his child, not his wife, not anybody, Only himself. that he's sure that when he wakes up every morning, he will still talk about Biafra. And that is same mindset is what you're going to carry. Take Biafra as your own responsibility. If you take Biafra as your own responsibility and make it yours, no human being is going to tell you, oh, let's go out, join me and let us move out because this is not working my own way. Oh, because they didn't listen to me, let's not do this again. I'm going out. And you say, because your friend say he doesn't want to get, you begin to reason on his own line. Because your friend say he don't, even me that is speaking, if I come here tomorrow and tell you I'm no longer interested in Biafra, and you stop because I said you're a fool, it means from the onset you don't know what you're doing. Every one of us that is here should be able to be responsible for the actions and what you are doing. You came here because you love Biafra and you want to be part of it, not because of me. The race is head by head. Also, you run on your own race, I run my own race. You are fighting for your own future, I am fighting for my future. The only thing that connects us is our collective interest, which is every single one of us is fighting for our future, for freedom. It is that freedom that connects every one of us. And no matter how I annoy you or no matter how you annoy me, when I remember that for the fact that we are pursuing one thing, freedom, no matter how you annoy me, it will not make me to say I will not fight for my freedom again or I will distract you on your own. No, I won't. I will only tell you to retrace your step. If you are being a troublesome person or you're causing hindrances to my way of pursuing the Biafra, it becomes a problem. Already we have a structure. We have a structure. The biggest and the highest structure, the only structure that is standing today that we can see, has its foundation all the way from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Biafra we are seeing today has the structure all the way from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the structure of the real true restoration of Biafra started from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We knew there are people who made evangelism to keep the word going. Somebody like Uwazirike. Uwazirike was only an agent to keep the voice of Biafra up, but he didn't put any structure on the ground. The Mossab structure was to keep the ball rolling, to make sure that we don't forget the issue of Biafra. But the structure for restoration of Biafra started from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu laid the foundation of restoration. And Mazi Simon Ekpa came in and cemented it, took it international, cemented it legally. Mazi Simon Ekpa came in and gave it a legal backup. Every single thing we are doing today to pursue the restoration of Biafra is done legally. That is what Mazi Simon Ekpa did. He gave it a legal backup. And what I am saying today, I'm not just saying it, in their conventional media, many people have confessed to that. Many of them in their conventional media confess that it was in the era of Mazi Simon Ekpa that the restoration of Biafra began to make more sense to some of them. They confess to that. In that structure, today, you can still see that even in the absence of Mazi Simon Ekpa, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister, have stepped in, continue on the legal process of recognition, legalizing every single thing we are doing, following procedures that is going to secure Biafra land legally. Every single one of us give us the right to do what we have to do. For those of you who think they know better, even when you know nothing, why don't you come Calm down and learn. Calm down, be patient, study, and know. Keep your ego aside. Keep your pride aside. Biafra is not about an individual. It is about more than 80 million people. More than 80 million people. And out of these 80 million people, you want us to make it about you and forget about these 80 million people. You want these 80 million people to abandon the projects and make it about you. That is a foolish move to make. And the beauty of the Biafran people, I have told people that, you see, if you don't know the Biafrans, when we talk about Biafrans, it takes a lot to be a Biafran. Just like as I said, there's a responsibility in being a Biafran. It takes a lot to be a Biafran. If you don't know the attitude of Biafran people, you will disappoint yourself. Biafrans are not just followers. They are not just followers. They reason with their head. No matter how idiotic you think they are, no matter how stubborn you think they are, no matter how naive you think they reason. At a point in time, they reason. And once they found out that you have stepped out of line, they will desert you. They will desert you. It doesn't matter how popular you think you are. You become irrelevant. We have had people that we are very powerful in the media. Uchemefo was on Radio Biafra every blessed day, sometimes 2 times, 3 times a day, 247. Uchemefo was in the front line of this struggle at a point in time. 2015, when Mazen Nandekan was taken away, Uchemefo was in the front line, 247, speaking. He gained so much popularity that there is no beer. He became much more popular than even people who were with him then. I can bet you that he became more popular than Wazirike. But when the time came, when he refused to work with the mandate, when he refused to work with the project, he began to create his own line of thought and refused to see reason. He began to want things to be done in his own way. Instead of following the original project, which is directed by Mazen Nandekan, he decided to take his own path. And he felt because of his popularity that he can control the leader of the people of IPO, the indigenous people. He feels that his authority can challenge the authority of Mazen Nandekan. What happened to him? What happened to him? Uchemefo, what happened to him? The second in command to Mazen Nandekan. When he began to challenge the authority of Mazen Nandekan, simply because he felt he has been too long on the media and he has gained popularity. You know what happened to him? And when he deviated, he created out, and he went out and he said he created human rights, whatever. Where is he today? Who knows him? Who cares about what he created or what he doesn't create? Because he deviated from the structure, from the foundation led by Mazen Nandekan. And that is where Biafra is going. It is a relay. You run your race, you hand your baton to the next person. You run your race, you hand the baton to the next person. If anything happens, don't off the light. That is how it is. As we are running this race, once you are tired, you won't off the lights. You don't have to off the light. You hand over the torch to the next person. That is what you do. You hand over the torch to the next person. Once you know that you have exhausted yourself, maybe the pressure is so much on you that you can't handle it anymore. Maybe the restoration of Biafra has gotten to the level you know you cannot perform. Maybe you know that this thing is going to a level where your experience, your knowledge, your wisdom, your capacity cannot be able to work. What do? You step aside quietly, JJ, allow those who are capable to continue. You wouldn't say because you are not up to that level that you have to destroy everything. You have to drag everybody down to come to your level. Instead of you stepping outside and allow those who are qualified to move on, you want to drag everybody down to your level so that everybody will become mediocre like you. And if they refuse to join you in that your mediocrity, you begin to cause confusion. This is what is happening in the zoo that we don't want to be part of. In the Nigerian system, you see how the Fulanis have dragged everybody down to their level. The reason Nigeria will never survive, Nigeria will never, ever, ever survive is because the Fulanis will not be alive to watch you experience growth. Fulanis, Janjaweed, they will never allow you to experience growth. All they want is to everybody to come down to their level. And they have put that in the system of the zoo. It is a systemic thing that they have planted into the government system of Nigeria, that you can never exceed their own level of mediocrity. Except you're a mediocre, you cannot succeed in Nigeria. If you come with all those your wisdom and knowledge and whatever, once you come into the Nigerian system, you become a mediocre. That is why Nigeria will not succeed. And I will tell you how they do it. Go and check people in Nigeria. In a country where a professor will come and rig election for somebody who doesn't have common entrance exam result. A country where they will allow somebody who has not seen the wall of school to come and represent educated, well-learned people. And nobody sees anything wrong in it. In a country where they put in place what they call a quota system. The quota system of Nigeria is an intentional implanting of mediocrity into Nigeria to make sure that everybody is on the same level of idiocy. That is what you see in Nigeria's system. They call it quota system. Quota system is one of the worst thing that happened to Nigeria. It is the quota system that will give right to an illiterate in the north to become a leader over a southern educated man, somebody who has spent years to study home and abroad in the south. After all those your education, you come back to Nigeria to serve. They will place you under a Fulani man who has not seen the four wall of education before, who you don't even know where he got his certificate from. And he will begin to rule over you. It is the quota system that will make an illiterate in the north to have the guts to come out and contest with the presidency with an educated man in the south. With all your knowledge, with all your going to Cambridge University, you see Peter Obi. When Peter Obi comes, he will be reading to you where the places he has gone to study and learn and do this, travel to China, do this and do that. But when the Janjaweed come, he doesn't have time for that. A Janjaweed don't have time to that. All he knows that his people appoint him, they put him there. The highest thing, if they want to pity you, they will tell you university where they got their certificate from. And that is all. They contest and they win. Then when it comes to appointment, they will tell you quota system. It does not matter whether you are qualified or unqualified. If there's a position available, you must put a northerner there. In Nigeria, people do not acquire position by merit. In 21st century, in a country, people do not acquire position by merit. And that thing have trickled down. It have trickled down in the schools in Nigeria today. You see that students do not go to school. Students go ahead partying and enjoying themselves. During the time of exam, they will go and pay bribe to get their marks. Some people do not even attend the university. They will pay money and they will give them certificates. Do you know how many fake professors that you have in that contraption called Nigeria? The statistics were brought out. I am not the one saying it. In that same zoological republic, they brought a statistics. The number of fake professors they have in Nigeria. They have professors in all the top universities you can think of. There are fake professors in Unilag, Ibadan, Nsukka, Port Harcourt. Name them. These great universities. Fake professors with certificate from these areas. This is what your quota system have cost. In a country where people do not have their position by merit. And this evil have trickled down to make people now believe that hard work doesn't pay. The youth in Nigeria today believe that hard work does not pay. They don't believe in hard work. The easiest way today to become a billionaire is to be a politician. Once you have a political godfather and they try to switch you, even as simple as being a ward chairman, you are made. A ward chairman, you are already a billionaire. Local government chairman, you are a trillionaire. You become a governor. Oh, you are now a lord. And their president. You can imagine. You can imagine what those of them in the House of Assembly, you can imagine what is in their pocket and what they are stealing. It is very, very sad. It is very, very sad. This thing I'm explaining is something we do not want to see in Biafra. And we have to start now to be taking responsibility. It is not by going to school. It is not whether you speak English or you don't speak English. It is knowing what is right and do it. Knowing your area of capability, knowing the level, your limits, your level of limits. Asi na nwoke rabu n'okwu ọnụ. Nwoke na nwoke rabu n'okwu ọnụ. Nwoke ma onye karịrị ya. You can boast and shout and talk and do anything you want to. You know who is more than you. As I'm sitting here, I know those who are greater than me. When they speak, I listen, I learn. When they speak, I learn. As I'm anchoring this program, when somebody that knows more than me comes into the program, I know. I know them. When I see them, I know. And when you don't know who is greater than you, how can you grow? How do you know whom to learn from? We must know our limits. In this restoration of Biafra we are today, Mazi Simon Epa, in one of the programs I played, he said it is step by step, beat by beat, level by level, stage by stage. And in every stage, some people will be out and some people will be in. That is how it is. We don't want to apply quota system. We say, oh, because you are fighting with the Biafra from beginning, we must skip you. Because you are talking about Biafra, you must be... No. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You will have all your respect. You will have all your dignity. You will have all your entitlement. But once you get to the level where you can no longer perform, please step aside. Step aside. Let the new people come in. As I'm speaking here, after the Biafra restoration have been done fully on the ground, let me tell you, some of us that are speaking today, you will not find us anywhere in the government. Some of us that are speaking, you might not see us anywhere in the government. It doesn't mean we committed any crime. And it doesn't mean we didn't know what we are doing. It doesn't mean we are not relevant. But the situation has warranted that you have to bring experts to operate on that level. And when we talk about experts, there are certain things you must learn in the classroom. It doesn't have anything to do with your ordinary intelligence. No. There are certain issues you must learn from the four walls of the classroom. And if you didn't attend those classes, you wouldn't know them. It doesn't come by advice or dream or revelation. No. There are certain things you must learn in the classroom. And when it comes to those things, there must be a certificate to show that you have passed through that, you have learned it, and you understand it. But what you see in this Biafra issue, there are some people who think that they can bring the zoological republic system, the Janjaweed system, of keeping somebody in, even whether he is right or wrong. You want the government to maintain you and keep you. You want everything to work accordingly, even when you have nothing to offer. This came all the way, even Uwazirike. Uwazirike, when he was fighting for Biafra, there are things he does not know. There are things he cannot do. There are limits he cannot go. And Mazen Nandekano saw it clearly that if this man continued to pardon this and I continue to go with him, we might never move forward. We will continue to remain here and talk only in Nigeria without anybody hearing us. Mazen Nandekano drew a different plan, went ahead, established a foundation that is growing today, has grown up till today, 2021. Mazen Nandekano pushed ahead. When Mazen Nandekano started the project, he brought everybody together. Everybody, come and join me and let's go. He was holding the light. He brought people from different angles. That time, come to media, just on your camera, talk anything, just be shouting Biafra, all hail Biafra alone. It's okay. During the time of Mazen Nandekano evangelism, all that was needed is on your camera, talk all hail Biafra only. You don't need explanation, just. That was why Mazen Nandekano carried everybody along to make that noise. Make that noise. Let the presence of Biafran be felt. And that is why in most of his broadcasts, he will mention something. You'll be wondering, why did he mention these names? To encourage their own area, encourage their people to join. But when it came to the restoration of Biafra, when it has matured to restore Biafra, Mazen Nandekano began to ask for 100 men. He began to filter down the people that he needed. Mazen Nandekano, in one of his broadcasts, he said, since he started fighting for Biafra, he has not seen up to 3 people that are committed to get Biafra. Mazen Nandekano said it by himself. He has not seen up to 3 that are solidly committed. That was why he began to cry. He said he need 100 men. He said, I need 100 men. At a point in time, he said, if I get 100 men, others can come later. When he was asking for 100 men, the coordinators of IPOB around the world are more than 2,000. IPOB had more than 2,000 coordinators across the world. He was looking for 100 men. They are so-called DOS. They are more than 500. And yet, Mazen Nandekano openly said, I need 100 men. He began to trickle down. When the time has come, Mazen Nandekano was able to pinpoint one man who stands out. Immediately, Mazen Simon Ekpa appeared. Mazen Nandekano did not talk about quota system. You see them, some of them today, they are complaining. If you go and look some of the video that the Department of Saboteur are doing, DOS, they are complaining that Mazen Simon Ekpa just came in and he was brought in the front line. Why was he? One of them was lamenting and said that Mazen Simon Ekpa was brought in from the window. That why did Mazen Nandekano consult them before bringing Mazen Simon Ekpa? Quota system. Some of them, the major reason they were fighting Mazen Simon Ekpa, they feel that they have been in the struggle older than him. They have been there donkey years. Why would Mazen Simon Ekpa now come and begin to receive accolade from Mazen Nandekano? Why would Mazen Simon Ekpa be in the front line? But the actual sense is that the level we are entering, none of them can be able to perform on the level we are going. It is not that they are bad. Nobody's against them. Mazen Nanikan is not against them. Someone is against them. But the level, the restitution of Biafra is good. None of them, not even one, none of them is capable. None of them is capable. None of them is capable to move forward. And you have seen some of them confess in their broadcast. Some of them, when you listen to the broadcast, they said that all they are doing is evangelizing. And they will continue to do it until Mazen Nanikan comes out. Some of them, up to today, they are still sensitizing. And they don't want to move away from there. They want everybody to remain standstill with them. The same attitude of the Janjaweed. A Fulani man doesn't want you to grow. He doesn't want to grow. A Fulani man doesn't want to grow. And he doesn't want you to grow. He wants to keep you down. That was why they brought quota system. That everybody be, even because of quota system, they have destroyed the education of Nigeria. Education of Nigeria was destroyed. Somebody in the southeast, we need 250 marks to be admitted to the university. But somebody in the north need only 50 marks. Somebody in the north need only cutoff mark of 50. Some need only 10. Some, they just want you to agree that you'll be in school. But when you come to the south, their cutoff mark to be in university is very high. 250 upwards, 300. And even at that, the southerners will score that high amount. The southeast will score that high amount, but yet they will not have the admission. If they end up getting the admission after wasting all those time in the school, there will be no job for them, except for those who are buoyant and strong. They will go abroad and begin to search for their daily bread. Somebody decide to keep a whole nation stand still because of their own self-interest. Today, they have destroyed the educational system, bringing everything lower and lower and lower just to please themselves. And they forget there are people who are already on the higher level, who want to go higher and higher. They don't want you to go high. And they are not ready to go high. How it's supposed to work naturally is that people who are below will work to pursue and catch up with people who are over there. As people in the south are trying to work and catch up with international standard, the country as a whole is dragging them down to remain in the low standard with the north. This is something we must not allow. When you look at what transpired during the time of the DOS, they decided to carry people and keep them stand still. They wanted us to remain in agitation. Up to today, they are still in agitation after 4 years of Mazen Nanikan detention. But Mazen Nanikan saw him and took him out of every single person. And he said, go and listen to this man. Share his videos. Pay attention to him. He is bringing a new dimension. And that prophecy, haven't you seen the new dimension? Have you not seen the new dimension? I am asking a question. Have you people not seen the new dimension? The new dimension is very clear to everybody. Mazen Samoneko came in and we saw the difference. When Mazen Samoneko came in, did you know that Mazen Nanikan already had a government in exile before Mazen Samoneko came in? Government in exile has already been established by Mazen Nanikan, but there is no capable hand to run it. It wasn't functioning. They don't know what to do, in fact. And when Mazen Samoneko came in, Mazen Samoneko instructed the government in exile that Mazen Nanikan established. He said, go to work, start doing something. Start doing something. This is the time for you to go to work. And what did they do? Instead of going to work, they were telling Mazen Samoneko to wait for P2B, that P2B is going to be president. Wait after election of P2B. Showing that they don't know what they want. They do not know what they want. That alone shows you that what Mazen Nanikan was saying, that he has not seen up to 3 people who are seriously in pursuit of Biafra, is true. But when Mazen Samoneko came, now took over the government in exile by himself after the election and then began to work we saw what transpired. The government in exile began to move. We began to see differences. We began to see actions. We began to see things happening. The world began to respond. The case of Mazen Nandekano became much more difficult for the enemy than they can ever imagine. It was no longer a situation of maybe they said they are going to... The case of Mazen Nandekano became a thorn on their flesh. Mazen Simon Ekpa began to legalize every single operation in this agitation. He began to legalize every single thing we are doing in this agitation. Mazen Simon Ekpa began to legalize, including the self-defense. We began to fight for self-defense on the right level. Everything began to go the way it's supposed to go. And changes came in. Not only talking online, all hey Biafra, all hey Biafra. Not only carrying flag, not only writing the name of Biafra on your platform. Oh, Biafra this and Biafra that. Not only shouting Mazen is our savior. Oh, Hamadike one of Igbo land. Oh, Mazen Simon went to work. He went to work. He was working, broadcasting 2-3 times a day. Some of his broadcasts then 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. He moved, gathered intelligent people who were able to move things forward. Very intelligent people who knows what it is to pursue freedom. They came out. You see, that was a different stage. The whole people who were ignorant of the next stage were filtered out. They went back and they remained in their comfortable zone. Their comfort zone is IPOB or Hey Biafra. They remained there. They were so dormant until the government of Nigeria with their governors captured them and they became IPOB Nigeria. They became a political pressure group that they wanted to be. That is what they are now. Political pressure group. Those who were ready for the restoration of Biafra continued under Mazen Simon Ekpa. And the rest are history. You can see what Mazen Simon Ekpa did. Mazen Simon Ekpa did excellent job in legalizing every single thing that is being done in this very restoration of Biafra, including the report of the Biafra to the United Nations, to United States, to authorities that matters. Can you imagine that an agitation that have gone around for almost a year, that you will go to DC and they will tell you they have not heard about this agitation? It is not that they don't see it, they see it, but no official report has been made in Washington, DC about the plight of the Biafrans. Things doesn't just work the way you see it. The world do not operate by pity. Sometimes you do something, you think they will pity you. Oh, because people are dying, because you are saying, they will not pity you. The world doesn't work with pity. All this self-pity doesn't move the world. What moves them is evidence. Evidence, legal report, official report matters a lot. Anything you want to do, official report, that is the only thing you can take to court. That is the only thing you can use for debate. That is the only thing you can use to present your case. If you continue to cry and shout without any official report, you are wasting your time. Today, Mazen Simon Ekpa was able to make every single report officially to every people that need to hear us. In Washington, D.C. today, our plight, our problem, and the process we have gone is officially known in Washington, D.C. and so many other governments of the world. And you see how far we have gone. That was why you saw the way they took our prime minister away through the European Union. They used Finland to take our prime minister away because they know that this man, judging from the legal side, you cannot catch him anywhere. You can't hold him. That is why for the past 3 months now, 90 days, for about 3 months now, they have not been able to bring a single charge against Mazen Simon Ekpa. We are not talking of Africa. We are talking about European countries like Finland that have every sophisticated means to fish out and get information. It's been 3 good months. They have not been able to bring a single charge against our prime minister. It is because He followed every legal process and made everything legal according to international law. And today, in his absence, Dr. NgoziOrabueze is following that step, making everything legal, making legal reports, official reports to where matters. And but of course, after the declaration of Biafra in Finland, Lati, we enter a different phase. In this new phase where you and I are today, there are still people who does not have a role to play. They have no idea of what to do. They have nothing to offer. The experience it's not that they are bad people. It is not that they did something bad, or it is not that they were bad before. But we got to a stage where it does no longer require only talking. The grade is getting higher and higher and higher. And once we get to a higher grade, where you do not have the certification to be able to perform, all you need to do is to quietly move away. We are almost on the final stage where everything today is being documented, and you must have some certain credentials and qualification for you to perform for the government. Some people who knows very well that they are not qualified for this stage, they know that officially and legally they are not qualified to fight and pursue the restoration of Biafra at this stage. Instead of them stepping aside, allow the new people to come in. Just the way the DOS did, they started doing their own. Instead of stepping ahead and moving forward, they say they want to remain where they are. And they pose and remain in Brigi and say, no, we don't want to go further anymore. We want to remain here until Master Samuel comes out. It is not that they do not know that the right thing is to move forward. They know. But they know that in moving forward, they have nothing to offer. And they will not be required, their service will not be required in the next stage. It is not that they are bad, but accept the fact that you have exhausted your own knowledge. The areas where you perform, you have caused that limit. Allow the fresh hand to come in. Let the people who are going to pursue the regression come in, and then support them and go ahead. But the mentality of human being, selfishness, self-centeredness, it is about them and about them. They want to remain in the forefront. They want their picture to always be there. And they couldn't bear the fact that we are entering a new stage that will not require them. They began to fight the government. They began to fight the government. Just like the DOS did, they fought Mazi Samanova because they cannot do what he's doing. Today, we are in a level where you should allow people that have capable hands to speak. Before you can speak for Biafra, number one, you have to have a very good moral stand. You must have a very good moral stand. Morally, you must have a good moral stand for you to go and stand somewhere and begin to speak, because the enemies are watching. They are going to blackmail you. They are going to send propaganda against. They are going to use something to hold you down so that you cannot speak. So we don't need those people that have such blackmail in their record. At this stage, we don't need them. Go and check all these people that break away from the United States of Biafra. They all have questionable characters. Privately, in their private life, I don't discuss people privately, but when you go, and I have seen people make video about their private life, the kind of life they live, their backgrounds, what they have done in the past, their qualification is unknown. And at this level of this restoration, we don't need that. We don't need that. We're in a level where the defense of Biafra is now in the open. Just like the Deputy Prime Minister said, we have passed the stage where you hide under the keyboard and you'll be typing without letting us know who you are. Before you can speak for Biafra, you must be credibly verified. We must know whom you are. We must know your qualification. And we must know where you are coming from. There is no way you can come from the thin air under your keyboard and hiding behind the camera, and you will be defending Biafra without us knowing your credentials. And somebody of questionable character that doesn't have a moral stand cannot fight for recognition of Biafra. What kind of recognition are you going to bring for us? What kind of recognition are you going to bring for us? What recognition? And you saw them today turning against the government. The right thing to do is that when you have exhausted your own stage, calmly hold your respect. We will not forget you. No Biafra is going to forget. The government is not going to forget you. You will always be remembered that at a certain stage of time, these were the people that walked and got to this stage. And your accolade will be there for you all the time. Not destroying what you have built. Just like the DOS that destroyed themselves. All they were supposed to do, allow Mazi Samareko to lead, guide them on what to do. Your respect will be to you still be there playing the role you know you can play. But not to be in the forefront. The same thing is playing out today. People forcing themselves to be where they know they cannot be able to perform. Even if you are given that post to run it, you can't do anything. You doesn't have that capacity. You doesn't have that moral stand. You don't even have the qualification. Because it doesn't matter what you say, how intelligent you are. There are certain stages in life, in running a government, there are certain stages you reach. You must have a certificate. There are certain things you learn in the classroom. There are some things you must learn in the classroom. I'm not telling you that somebody who didn't go to school doesn't have sense. Of course. Everybody have an intelligence that is given to him by Chukwu Kabiam. You don't know intelligent people by either going to school or not going to school. But there are things that you need to learn in the classroom for you to be able to implement it effectively when it comes to governance. To govern more than 80 million people is not something you do by guesswork. We got to that stage where the government have to be filtered and those professionals have to come in. And some people feel that they cannot stay away. They can't allow other people. They want to become Agadabachiruzo. They want to be all and all. They want to be there. They want it to be said that, hey, I was there. I am part of it. That is madness that we must stop. I have said it many times on my program that even when we go down to Biafra and when the restoration has been fully completed, there are so many of us today that you will not see in anything called governance in Biafra land. That doesn't mean that we are bad. That doesn't mean that we are evil. It means we have reached to a narrow stage that you must allow other people to work. The government will not forget us. They will still remember us, the role we have played. Even those of us in the media. When government comes on the ground and speaking, don't be surprised. You will not see any one of us in the broadcasting service of Biafra. You might not see any one of us. We can only decide to be broadcasting on our various platforms as we are doing. Open your platform, you talk to Biafrans. But you must not say because you are not placed in the Biafran broadcasting service as the leader, as part of it, for that, the government is evil. You must be insane if you think in that manner. I am telling you, there are people who has not even been on this struggle today. But when Biafra comes on the ground, they will have a role to play. You can't say you will not allow them to play their role simply because they were not shouting the way you are shouting now. Every one of us cannot be shouting. And there is no law that says everybody must participate in this struggle. And by the way, there are people that are also contributing secretly that you don't know. Every one of us must not on camera the way I on camera every morning at all. There are people that don't have that time. They are focusing on their business. They make the money. They contribute to Biafra. There are still some people who, where they are, the situation surrounding them does not warrant them to talk. But deep inside them, they are willing to work for their nation. When Biafra comes, it is by merits. It is by merits. Once you merit the situation, once you are qualified, once you are qualified to serve, you will be given the chance to serve. Once you're qualified, we cannot lower the standard because of you. Simply because you are with the Biafra, oh, you were part of the agitation, oh, you were shouting, and because of you, the Biafran government have to lower the standard because of it doesn't work that way. That is exactly what Nigeria is doing, that is destroying Nigeria, that is making Nigeria never and will never ever succeed. Nigeria have decided to lower the standard because of some group of idiots from the forest. Because of some fugitives and vagabonds, people that don't have a base. Nigeria decided to lower their standard in everything. They lower their standard of education. They lower their standard of governance. Everything is lowered to level in order to be on the same level with these people. Instead of encouraging those people to struggle, compete, have a healthy competition with those who are ahead there, the Zoological Republic government decided to lower the level. And they brought in the quota system. Quota system makes everybody come to the same level as mediocres. That is what the quota system had done. That is why you see experts going outside the zoo called Nigeria. You go to the United States, you see experts from Biafra land, from Odudua land. You go to the UK, you see experts from Biafra land, from Odudua land. You go to all the countries of the world, you will see people from the southern part of Nigeria doing exploit. Business-wise, most of them are involved in the government of the world. How many Fulani Janjaweed have you seen in any government of the world, anywhere? Even in Niger. How many people from Fulani have you seen doing exploit? You go to the United States, there are uncountable numbers of Biafrans that are active in their government doing exploit. How many Janjaweed do you see? Go to Canada, you will see Biafrans doing exploit in their government. You will see Odudua people doing exploit in the government of the world. Go to the UK, you will see Odudua people doing exploit in the government of the United Kingdom. How many Janjaweed do you see anywhere? Mention one. Do you know of any Janjaweed scientist? Mention one. Any Fulani scientist that you know anywhere? Can you mention one? Can you mention one? Mention one, let's know. It is really, really sad. It is really, really sad, but we must continue to move on. We cannot lower our standard because of anybody. Every single one of us as Biafrans, we are important. Everybody, no matter how rich you are, no matter how poor you are, no matter how uneducated you are, no matter how educated you are, everybody is important, but you should know your limit. We must all know our limit. When you serve in your own area of specialization and you see that you have exhausted your wisdom, step aside and let people who know better than you come in. Don't make it about you. Don't say if they don't put you there, oh, you will destroy it. If they don't put you there, you begin to fight something that you have built. That is foolishness. That is arrant nonsense. And that nobody will accept. Wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike to please know that you as a Biafran have a responsibility to protect the government of Biafra, which is your government. It is your government. The United States of Biafra government is your government as long as you are from the old southeastern region, the present south-south, southeast, lower Kogi, lower Benue. It doesn't matter who is in charge. The United States of Biafra government is your government. If you fight against it, you fight against yourself. If you do not support it, you don't support yourself. You are not doing it to Dr. Ngozi Dr. Ngozi is just a figurehead that Chukwu Okike is using to keep the ball rolling until we get to our destination. She is just an instrument in the hand of Chukwu Okike. You cannot take because of one person, and you begin to destroy a whole thing that Chukwu Okike Abiama have put in your hand. Today is going to be fundraising. And the fundraising is going to start by 7 p.m. Biafran time. Every single one of us has to be there. Support your government. Your support to United States of Biafra government is not support to is not support to Dr. Ngozi. Dr. Ngozi already has her own good life. She's a doctor in the United States, has her own clinic. Dr. Ngozi doesn't need your father, he doesn't need your penny. Dr. Ngozi, if you know how much she's investing in the restoration of Biafra, if some of you know how much she's investing in the restoration of Biafra, you will shake your head. You will be asking yourself, why is she even taking all this bullet unnecessarily? You'll be asking yourself, why is she bothering herself, taking all this insult and name calling from right, left, and center? This is a call. When Chukwu Okike Abiama calls you, when Chukwu Okike Abiama wants to use you, when he wants to use you and you make yourself available, he is going to equip you with all the strength, with all the wisdom and knowledge that you know. Today is fundraising. Today, Saturday, is fundraising. Support your government. The government is your government. It is your government. It's not a government of Dr. Ngozi. Dr. Ngozi is just an instrument that Chukwu Okike Abiama is using to keep the ball rolling, to make sure that the enemy doesn't penetrate, to make sure that the government does not fall into the hand of the blackmailers, the janjaweed, the self-centered people, the mediocres. That is why Chukwu Okike Abiama kept her there. So if you wake up and say, oh, because your friend was insulted, you will not support Biafra anymore. Oh, because I was not given this post, you won't support Biafra anymore. Oh, because I was reprimanded, I will not support Biafra anymore. Were you ever supporting Biafra? The answer is no. You were never for Biafra. It was all about you. That's what they are trying to let us know. That it was all about you, and you alone. That is the message you are sending to Biafran people. Because if it were to be all about Biafra, nobody is going to make you change your mind. Not even your father, your mother, your benefactor. Nobody. Not your pastor, not your reverend, not your native doctor will make you to stop supporting Biafra. So many of us here must have seen some voice notes. There are some voice notes that are circulating. Those of you who are on my platform, on my WhatsApp group, you must have seen the voice notes. The voice note that is coming from all right, left, and center, and people are discussing and sharing on all platforms. Most of you must have seen those voice notes. And when you listen to what, I can't come here and begin to play such voice note in order to denigrate somebody or to make my program look fantastic or to make you enticed. No, I can't play such kind of voice note. It doesn't worth it. But I believe that most of you must have listened to those voice notes that are coming out. What some of us we are saying in a platform to discourage Biafrans from supporting the United States of Biafra government. And you saw the response of Biafrans too. That is my joy. Biafrans are not fools. Biafrans are very, very intelligent people. They are stubborn. Biafrans are very, very stupidly stubborn. That's what Mazen Nani going to say. For you to convince a Biafra, you have to go extra miles. For you to convince a Biafra, you have to go extra mile. And that is that extra mile that Dr. NgoziOrabueze is going today. I thank God that she has that very thick skin. She is showing that she has a very thick skin to take every bullet on her. And that is where Biafrans are. Biafrans are not easy people to go along with. You must have to be prepared to answer foolish and unnecessary questions. Foolish and useless suggestions will come. And very intelligent and good ones will also come. But I bet you, good percentage of Biafrans are excellently and soundly reasoning. A very huge number of Biafrans are very, very sound in their reasoning. Those of us who have seen that WhatsApp message, if you are in most of our groups, in my own personal WhatsApp group where I have some people, where I put information about Biafrans, and in all the platforms of Biafra, you must have seen the voice note that have been circulated there. When you listen and hear how people, somebody who claimed to be love Biafra, you love Biafra, you love their people, then you are fighting against the government, openly asking people not to support the United States of Biafra. There is no other United States of Biafra we have. It's only one. The United States of Biafra we have is only one, under our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, that is today being headed by the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. There is no other one anywhere. There's no spare. It's just one. Well documented, officially registered everywhere. And you have the gut to come out and you are talking against, you are speaking against that very government. It's a shame. It's a pity. I can see some people asking, if you want to make a contribution, the link is there. Just click the link and you come in. There's a link there. You click the link. You click the link and you come in. And for those who are asking for my WhatsApp number, I will call my WhatsApp number. You can just send me a message on WhatsApp. Then I will add you up on the group if you want to be on the WhatsApp group. In that WhatsApp group, we do not share anything apart from things that have to do with the United States of Biafra. There is not. We don't make any call to anybody. You don't call anybody for any discussion. We don't make any voice. We don't make any group call. It is strictly for information that has to do with the United States of Biafra. So if you want to have the number, you can just take the number +447 864 397 169 +447 864 397 169. I'll call the number for the last time. +447 864 397 169. So for those of us who have seen that voice note, it is not something I will come to begin to share and do in the public so that we can create saga and people will be attracted. And no, I don't do that. I don't do that. There are so many voice notes I have that are indicted against some people, against so many people, against so many other things that say, both the one from men on the ground and men outside the ground. But I don't come here to share it because it's not necessary. It's not going to add anything to the struggle we are doing. I only share things that have to add to the struggle. And when I saw that report, when you listen to what transpired on that very voice, you begin to understand why Mazi Simon Ekpa at a point and say he doesn't want anybody to create any group. Mazi Simon Ekpa cancelled any group, anything group. He cancelled it. It is because of this issue that when people create a group, they begin to turn it to their own personal interests. Before you know it, they will use that their group, they begin to threaten the government or threaten their own leader. Before you know it, they will begin to create a different forum and begin to preach a different message. Before you know it, they begin to create a different kind of strength. Trying to... That was why Mazi Simon Ekpa disbanded many groups. There was a time he dissolved all the groups. He doesn't want anything group. But at a point in time, he still gave chance and see if people have changed. But unfortunately, you can see that reason why he closed that group is still very, very much open and things are happening. That is why somebody can come and begin to speak against the restoration of Biafra, against the support of the United States of Biafra. It is a shameful thing and a very sad thing to see. But my fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that has stood strong. This Biafra is yours. It is mine. It is ours collectively. Don't allow anybody to take it away from you. The fundraising today is going to happen 7 p.m. Biafran time. Come and donate your own widow's mite, no matter how small. Don't wait until that time. You can go to the link now. The link is everywhere in our platforms. Go to the platform of our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. If you go to her platform right now, you are going to see the link. All you need to do is to click that link and you will come in. Click that link, you go there and make your donation. During the fundraising, you can come to announce it if you choose to. There are many people that are making donations that they don't announce it. You can never hear it anywhere. So many Biafrans who are making their donations secretly. And you can never hear it. They can't come and praise themselves or make you begin to exalt themselves. No. So my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, make sure you participate on today's fundraising. It's very important. When you see people come and say, oh, protect Biafra land, oh, we shall do this, go and this, everything is going to cost money. For you to defend Biafra land, it costs money. And mind you, there is no organization sponsoring the restoration of Biafra. There is no government anywhere in the world sponsoring it. It is the Biafran people themselves with this little contribution. That is how we support the Liberation Army on the ground. And I bet you the men on the ground are doing their best. The men on the ground are doing their best. And this issue of making the men on the ground a topic, every Biafra should desist from that. Stop talking about men on the ground. They are doing their own job and they are doing it very well. All they need from you is the resources. They need your support, financial support to get the equipment they're going to use to defend the land. In the issue of self-defense of your land, it is not a child's play. Self-defense costs money. It costs money. And every one of us should be ready to participate and make their contributions where necessary. We must support the United States of Biafra. So don't wait until the time of fundraising. You can go at any time. Just go to the platform of our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. You can see her platform. Once you go to the platform, you can make your donation. Make your donation on the platform. When you go to the platform, you're going to see the link. This is the platform of our Deputy Prime Minister on X. You go to X, make sure you are there and you are following her so that you can be getting first-hand information and updates. This one is the last message she posted. Now, this was 5 hours ago. This information came 5 hours ago, and it says, new Ohaboenyi State Administrator. Ohaboenyi have a new administrator, governor. Great Biafran, Anthony, you now the new administrator of Ohaboenyi State. Great Biafrans, Anthony, he replaced BA, who has deviated from the guideline of our PM and the USB. This appointment is in line with the demands of the Ohaboenyi State citizens. Please accord him all the needed support at this moment. Ohaboenyi have a new governor. Ohaboenyi State have a new governor. That's the latest information that is there. So this is another program that is upcoming also. This is Biafra Liaison Canada. Biafra Liaison Canada present Discover Biafra. Biafra Liaison Canada have a program. It said, join us for an engaging evening as we explore the rich history, current progress, and promising future of United States of Biafra. This interactive section will answer key questions and provide an in-depth look at the resources, strategies, and vision for building and sustaining a prosperous first world nation for Biafra and the broader African diaspora. They're having a program in Canada. It said, visit biafraca.ca, email biafra.ca at outlook.ca. Contact. The number is there to contact. February 23. This is going to happen on February 23, 5 p.m. February 23, 5 p.m. 49 Melford Avenue, North York on MCH 2W1. This is a program that will be held by Biafra Liaison Canada. Biafra Liaison Canada. So this is another one update. This one is breaking. Please join Biafra for fundraising. USB cabinet. Yeah, this is for today's fundraising. For those, as I was saying, if you want to make your donation, don't wait until the time of fundraising. You can just go now to the platform of our Deputy Prime Minister. Those who are watching online, you can see it. Those who are watching me on YouTube, you can see it being projected there. That's the contact. And today, the USB cabinet will pass a bill into law. The United States of Biafra will pass a bill into law that will protect Biafrans from being called or tagged a terrorist anywhere. The United States of Biafra is going to pass a law that will protect every Biafran from being called or tagged a terrorist anywhere in the world. That is what the government, I told you about government trying to make everything official and documented. That is exactly what they are doing. Putting everything in place and making every single thing official. That is the foundation that our Prime Minister led. As a lawyer that he is, he made sure that everything is official so that nobody will say that we committed any offense. We are doing everything we are doing today according to international law. That is why you have to be proud to be a Biafran. Speak boldly as a Biafran. Do not be intimidated. Don't allow anybody to intimidate you. It doesn't matter who the person is. So if you want to make your donation, just go and make your donation. This is the fundraising for today also. Is the fundraising for today. So join the fundraising. Don't wait until that time. You can just go there now. The link is there. Click on that link. Put your widow's mite, no matter how small. Make your donation. If you make your donation, your receipt is going to come to you automatically. You can send your receipt to me. Then I will forward it to the government. Or you can send the receipt to your own region, to your own head of region. Any administrator on your area or your governor, if you are in the homeland, or if you are abroad, any admin on your own side, send the receipt to your admin, and your admin will mention your name. If you want your name to be mentioned, it will be mentioned during the fundraising. If you want to do it silently, don't send your receipt to admin, or you can send to me or any of our media houses. Then it will be sent to the right source. Make sure you are part of that very fundraising today. It is important. Many progress have been made, and we will continue to make progress. This one also is one of the progress we have made. Department of Justice register. This is another one. Department of Justice registers and recognizes United States of Biafra as a foreign nation with its cabinets members. We are no longer an agent or organization. We are a nation with all the laws protecting a nation. This is very important. This is very important. Department of Justice in the United States register and recognizes United States of Biafra as a foreign nation with its cabinet members. We are no longer an agent or organization. We are a nation with all the laws protecting a nation. And the evidence of that very registration is here. This is the evidence of the registration. Department of Justice. This is the evidence, so that you wouldn't say it was forged, or that is one thing in this. This is a foundation that Master Samuel led, making everything legal and showing it openly to the Biafrans while we continue to pursue the restoration of Biafra. We are not going to stop. Nobody is going to stop us. No matter what the enemies are doing or saying, we will not be stopped. We are going to fight this battle until we win our battle. You're welcome, my brother Chinonso. Go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear you, Chinonso.
Massachusetts, good afternoon from here.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I greet all the fellow Biafrans, and I salute Mazin Nandekan. I salute Obatobie, and I salute the University of Biafra. I say, hey, bon. we move.
Bon.
Martin, choose. I want to move a little bit movement, then I'll come back to where you are. I want to start by laying some emphasis or some example why you have to come and support this government. Why do you need to come and support this government? Is it because of wars? I want to start with Mazin Nandekano, what he said or what he told people who say that Mazin Nandekano is their leader. Mazin Nandekano told all of us that we must listen to Simon Ekpa and cheer his program accordingly, that he has come to bring a new dimension. At even a stage when he was kidnapped, he has also asked DOS, please allow him to take the lead, that he know what I want, and that is what he's going to do. In the first place, many people refuse. At last, many people move with him. And even people are still coming today, even to still join the government right now. Now, he said that Obatobie is your boss. You are in this freedom to make sure that we get Biafra. Because I find out that all the people, DOS members, they never come to give us Biafra. They only come to make us. That is why they are on the ground when our leader was being kidnapped. They refuse to do anything. They refuse to move back. They refuse to move forward. And they remain one place. Today, you have heard on many occasions, many platforms that Mazi Simon Ekpa, Prime Minister of United States of Biafra, said, Madam NgoziOrabueze is my surrogate. You must defend the mandate. Not the lawyer or the lady who passed this message, not even say it once. It's 3 times that Simon Ekpa said, NgoziOrabueze, you are my surrogate. You must defend you must defend this mandate. And after you had it, to use it to compare what Mazin Nandekano said to the whole world, to the IPOB, to the of Biafra, that says you allow Simon Ekpa to take in charge, and you refuse. The same thing that happened then. If you are not following the mandate defended by NgoziOrabueze, you are among those who refuse what Mazin Nandekano said then. You are repeating it again by standing on the bridge where you want to stay and make our people, where you have never come to give us Biafra, where the only thing you come for is for money, and the private account you open that personal individuals call you, you ask them to pay into your own account to enrich yourself, to rent a good house, to have a good iPhone, to have a good coat, and you can snap a picture at back of your leader, your Obatobie, your PM, your Simon Ekpa, and you post, told Biafran people that if they want to post, they should post this particular one now, because you have think you have man up, you have think that you have raised up, and the only thing you are after is Biafra liberation. Money, 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 money every day. When they call you for an account, you will run away. You will start doing propaganda. You will start gossiping. You will start creating chaos. You will start creating panic inside our people. So, anybody today, after hearing all the things that is happening till today, you are still among Ogenkere. You are among the DOS who refuse what our leader, Mazin Nandekano, said. That is how you also refuse what Obatobie, the Prime Minister of Biafra, said, that we should follow the surrogate, and that she must defend the mandate. The mandate including the men on ground. The mandate including submitting letters to every part of the world. The mandate, including you coming to put your own fundraising to the net, is also the mandate. And also, it's also for you to obey, because they said, obedient is better than sacrifice. Obedient is better than sacrifice. Now, if this one is not okay for you, the another way you need to understand that you have to donate, you have to support government, that this government is doing well, is that what an age school or no graduate from school or naga. Do you know that in fighting of a freedom, at a stage you must graduate? And how do you graduate? We have graduated from IPOB. We moved from IPOB, we entered autopilot. I entered autopilot. I don't know where you are then and what we are piloting there. From autopilot, I entered Bridge. Bridge is a one-way traffic that's taking us to the United States of Biafra. And that is why, because Bridge cannot give us what you want. But Bridge is like somebody who take exam after all your work, you got admission to the university. Bridge is university where we got in to study laws, human rights, things you need to do to move on in your life. And there is no way you will pass exam in primary school and secondary school. You want to still go back and be writing exam in secondary school, in a primary school. Then why are you going to secondary school? You could have remained in primary school and still remain there. Then if you remove that particular aspect, you ask yourself, you have got to government, to university. What year am I going to graduate? I want to graduate in the next 4 years. By help of Chukwuka, I don't want to carry over. In Biafra liberation, in Biafra struggle, there is no carryover. There is nothing to bring you back, but only moving ahead. That is why the double trajectory is pointing. See me here, forward. I am not stopping. Don't match break. That is why some people said, Simon, if I said you are not doing it right, I am a madman. But take it easy. Slow down. Anybody in Bridge today is among those who are asking Simon to slow down again. Because Ichoka Ijeniru Bongo. The Bridge is the government, is university. Why United States of Biafra being declared in November 29, 2024 is that we have graduated to become a nation. And that is the work of Bridge. After if you are still remaining in the Bridge, the London Bridge will fall on top of you. And when it falls on top of you, I don't think whether you can stand it, but the bridge will fall some more time. You see this London Bridge? You see this London Bridge is about to fall. We see once London Bridge is falling down. This is the London Bridge and it is falling. Give it 7 months. This bridge will fall because our enemy come through one way, but they must scatter in 7 different ways. In the 7th month of this month, the enemy will scatter. You will see them again. They will disappear. So if you connect all these dots to what we are saying, you find out that because of what Obi said, the mandate must be defended. If you really believe on that, please come today with your full chest. Come and support the government. Forget all the voice note that is rumoring around. You see, there is no voice note if you are a man of yourself, if you have a conscience that can come out today will stop you from doing the good thing. But where it pains most is that is people who love so much. For waiting on quiet or how I buy the voice note. And even in this life, lies always come first. Atoga nebozadia, asi nebozadia. But whenever the truth comes late, he takes it away and prevail. It's only the truth can prevail. Don't mind those voice notes you are hearing. What I want to have in your mind today is that Obatobia said, DPMDrNgoziOrabueze is my surrogate. Defend the mandate. Defend the mandate. And he said that is my surrogate. Take these two words. Come today. Come and support the defend of this to defend the mandate of Obatobia, which is fundraising is involved. And make sure that where you are funding is what the government is using. I want to bring it down again to you. The account that DOS was using when Nanyanya disappeared with the IPOB account, Chike Doziemu, Chinasa Woru, they opened another account. Remember this. When we move out from them, but we open another account. When the account is trying to be hijacked by the same people, we think that from them to another group, they think that they can hijack it. We leave it to them and open this particular account Obatobia, handed over to a criminal who has never come to give us Biafra, who only come to enrich his pocket, and who, because of the fundraising, the money he sees in that account, in his entire life, he never believed he will see it. Ndị banks na onwe ihe banye nwata ọjụọ ọmịnwu ka enyere ya ka enyere nwunye mmadụ. Oge Nkere and their group have never seen such amount of the money in his entire life. That is why he messed up, and that is why money becomes the root of all evil for those who have evil mind. Because if you don't have evil mind, money can never become evil to you. Now, when this criminal like Nyanya and Oge Nkere hijack the account the government is supposed to use, we move on account they have even posted. Now the account become Islamic account. If anybody said that he's not coming for fundraising because of the account, he said it's a Fulani account, is this and that. Believe you me, you are meant to be deviated. You are meant to be deviated. If you think that because of they tell that the account is for jihadists, is for Arabic, is for this and that, believe you me, all these are propagandas. Money remains money, account remains account, and the account the government is using. They will now told you that but the government they make the homeland account openly. When Obatobia is here, the homeland account is it not openly? Is it on the dark side? The account, is it dark? It's open from day one. Because Ndiba is on a dema Ethiopia Asaka. Call already question again Ethiopia on all the put more way to why don't go to go put it? Biafra. Has not toro ofeke is no here. Matoro mata or matoro or mata. Biafra. Onye mara aso, yaso ni onye da amaso ya so na bridge bụ na mpaka ụbọka isu rie mpaka ụbọka efu ka o si atọ ụtọ eje mụrụ lole unu ewe mara na ole. Support the government today forever until we have finally all of us see ourselves in Biafra land. And we will see Yeshua Okabiam mosro ndị iro ma ọsọ ha. United States of Biafra, no going back. Here we are. Bridge, you will fall. London Bridge, you are about to fall, and you're already falling already. Mass issues, we move on.
Thank you so much, my brother Chinoso. I appreciate you for that very amazing contribution. And I'll give the mic to my brother Greg. Go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, good morning, Choose, and my brother Chinoso. Not so much. I want to come here better. So, yes, I'm this morning. Sick, I'm Biafra. Biafra, good morning. Anywhere you are, I'm greeting you from my location. We are still in the morning. So, we thank God for the grace of life today. Today is another Saturday. Yes, another day for the Biafrans together to say no to Nigeria. With it doesn't matter the little amount you have. If you have bring big one, you come in with big one. If you have the smaller, you come in with big smaller, because they said, he who much is given, much is expected of him. So that is the number one. This morning, I tried yesterday. You know, Chinonso was in 247 yesterday. I tried everything to enter. If I enter, it will throw me out. If I enter, it will throw me. I never succeeded with 247 this thing. So because when the two questions they were throwing to him, I wanted to come in yesterday and contribute. Now, somebody came there and started arguing with him concerning the account. Why must you go to the Islamic account? Only one person is the person who answered the one question. Answered the one thing that I liked his contribution. He said, "Are we fighting Islam or are we fighting Nigeria?" Exactly. So that is now the question. The Biafra have no business with Islam. We have business to escape from the evil contraction called Nigeria, with all their corruption and their evil. That is what we are running, what we are trying to escape. Not from the, Biafrans have nothing to do with Islam. We don't have problem with any religion. We know our religion and we tolerate any other person. So that is number one. So something I don't understand is, many people that have been working with Simon, the PMA, when he was there, many of them did not raise question and asked him, why must we open account in the Islamic account? So, and they were out there. So now they are trying to push as if DPMDrNgoziOrabueze went and opened that account on her own now.
Yeah.
When many of them were there with all those, with that particular account. This account is has been there for a long time. Not this 2025 that account started. Now they started from 29th of November last year, 2024. So the question is, why must people be too much I don't know the language to use for them. They are too fake in their life. Hypocrisy everywhere. So you will be standing with some people. They will not tell you what they have in their mind, even if there is anyone they think that is not correct. So why did they keep quiet all this while? Even with the so-called Egenkere, he knew about that account, and I heard he's a signatory to that account. So now he's calling it Islamic account, and he's deceiving people. So that is the kind of blasphemous people they have been working with. People who will stab you at the back, and you think you have people you are working with. So these are the kind of people that have been keeping this movement not to progress all this while. So any person raising that issue of account, Islamic account, that person is evil. Except it's somebody who's entering into this legislation today. But if they have been, especially the people in the cabinet, been in that cabinet with PM, and never ask PM, why must we have account in this place? He will explain, or they will tell him, the PM, no, this is the reason we will not want this account to proceed or to continue with it. Let us look for another. But they were there all this time, until this period, they started raising the issue of account or no account. These are evil people. So any person who is using that as an excuse to tell you to hold whatever you want to do back, that person is a criminal. That person is not working for the progress of and achievement of Biafra. That is number one. The issue they raised in 247's program yesterday. The other one, again, the other person came, he was asking him, telling him that the caterpillar spoke to them. Then he was asking the man, where did the caterpillar spoke to us? Can you show me the video where he spoke to us? He started hollering to 247. So these are evil people who doesn't want this Biafra to be achieved. So they will be looking one way or the other to raise issues that are not supposed to be raised. So what the Biafra should ignore such kind of people and focus. what they are doing. So everybody should live on something that doesn't concern him. Mind your job. Your job is not to direct the government or the areas they're supposed to go. Your job is to help them and contribute physically, morally, financially, and otherwise, and with prayers, spiritually. So that is what this movement need now, not what all those things, the questions they are asking from here to left. So that is the my own contribution here this morning. So Biafrans should not be discouraged. They should continue where they stand and move forward. There is no going back. I continue to tell them why Dr. NgoziOrabueze is still standing on her feet today is because she had focus and she did not look left or right to those things that doesn't concern her. Not that if he wanted to manipulate the men on the ground, she doesn't. She have the money more than the other people who think they are clever. If she wanted to have any of the contact or going beyond what the PM wanted her to do, she would do it more better than these people because she have the money. But she only concentrate on those things that PM assigned to her to do. So she didn't. That's why she didn't have the problem with the man. She concentrated and she focused. This is my assignment, and that is what I want to do. That is discipline, and that is straightforwardness, and that is what I believe. If you know the area you are assigned to do, if you're on the media, focus on your media. If you're on your finance, focus on your finance. If you're a man on ground, focus on your man on ground. Don't leave your area that you're assigned to, job that assigned to you to go do, and decided going on to do another thing. That is what brought confusion in whatever we are doing, and let's have mission for doing that. So that is what I want to encourage Biafrans to do today. Focus on what you are assigned to do. Don't go and look to where finance. Don't go and look for men on ground. Don't go and look for this or that. So focus on what you are asked to do. That is my contribution to the Biafran. And I thank God for Biafrans and congratulate Biafran for the registration in the Washington, D.C. That we are making progress every day. Thank you, Choose, and let me give chance to another person to talk.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. You have spoken well. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution. Someone is still asking for my number. So if you are that person that is asking for my number, I'm going to call it again for the second time. I'm going to call it again. So if you are the person that is writing and you're asking for my number, is Uncle Jerry. Uncle Jerry, you say, sir, please, can you help me out with your number? If you're the one asking for my number, you didn't get it the first time I called it, I'm going to call it once again. My number is +447 864 397 169. What's up? +447 864 397 169. For the last time, +447 864 397 169. On that platform, I don't receive calls. If you have any important message, you can send it across. It is not for calling and messaging. I don't call anybody, and you don't have to call me for anything except there is an important message or there's something. Most of the information is there. Once you join, I put you on the group. Any information that we need to get, we get it from the group. I send the message to the group. Maybe when I'm coming on live or when there is an important message, you can just pass it there and we will digest it and see if it is necessary for the public or for individual consumptions. So that is what it is. It is not a platform for speaking on issues that doesn't really matter or discussing private issues. And we don't contact anybody privately. We don't do that. If there's important information, you just send it on voice or on message, and then we will dialogue about it and see how to go through it. Thank you so much. And regarding what my beloved brother have just spoken now, today is going to be fundraising. That's the most important program that I have today, this issue of fundraising. It is a very, very important issue. And I'm glad that my brothers have talked on that very direction. My beloved brother Chinonso and Greg has touched on that direction. And when my brother Greg was just talking, I was just laughing and I said, I don't know that people are still talking about that issue of account. This is an issue that has been dead and buried, and no sensible person talks about that. And there is a message that somebody wrote on the comment section, and that message, I just showed that message. That message is it explains a lot of things and it answers a lot of questions. I don't know why people are still talking about that. And you see on that very account, when it comes to the accounts that we are using, there is something called goods and services. And when you're trying to use a service, you go to a service that's going to serve you, either because it is secured for you, or because it is cheap for you, or because it is accessible to you. So when you are taking goods and services, there are things you consider. It is not about, and just like my brother said, we are not fighting against any religion. When I start my program here, I say it every time in each of my program before I start, that our message here is not against any tribe or religion. That is not what we are fighting. We are fighting against the enemies of Biafra that is holding us captive and continue to leave us enslaved. That very system that is enslaving us is what we are against. If you are an instrument in the hand of that system, we are going to break you down and make sure we decimate you. Our warfare is not against an individual or any religion or anything. We are seriously focusing on the enemies of Biafra. Those people that are being used as an instrument of oppression against us, directly or indirectly. That is what we are against. We are talking about our freedom, bringing our plight to the whole world to tell them what is happening. So when it comes to that very account issue, we are using a service that is going to serve us, either because it is secured for us, or because it is cheap for us, or because it is accessible. Those are things you consider when you are receiving services. Are you not going to tell me that you're not going to fly Etihad because Etihad is an Islamic nation airline? So when you want to cut your ticket, you will not cut a ticket from Etihad because it is owned by an Islamic nation. Most of us fly the airline. The best airlines you have today that you are flying are all owned by the Middle East, and most of them are Islamic nations. Are you not going to say you're not going to fly the airline because it is owned by so and so? No.
Ethiopia Airlines is not an Islamic person have Ethiopia Airline that all of us flies every time.
These are people that render services. Any service that is going to serve you, you take that service and move along with it. And when we wanted to use an account that is going to be safe and sound for us, economical for us, accessible to us, we choose anyone, we use it, and as long as we get the service, and we move ahead. And that is why I brought up this thing that our brother wrote here. He said the account shouldn't be mentioned. You see, let me just read what that my brother wrote, EJ. He wrote on the comments, he said, the account shouldn't be mentioned because it serves a purpose, and now they have sabotaged it by making it public, and you are telling me that thunder will not render these people paralytic, So when you see, if you read this comment that this person wrote, you understand that the person is right. This person is right. When you are taking a service, you take a service for a certain purpose, either because of security reasons, or because of safety reasons, or because it is cheap for you, or because it's accessible. Those are things you consider. It doesn't matter who owns it. It doesn't matter who owns it. It doesn't matter. Go and look at how some of the Islamic countries see the Israelis. They see the Jews as their opponents. But there is no country in this world where you will not see an investment owned by the Jews. There is no country in the world where you will not see an investment owned by them. And they produce things. People use it and use their services on a daily basis. You patronize them for that service that you need. You use that service and you get what you want and you get out. And that is how the whole world, the human family functions. Everybody is free to practice whatever religion you want to practice. You are free to practice whatever thing you want to practice, anything you want to worship fly. Mazen Nandekano made it clear in one of his broadcasts. He said, if you want to worship cockroach, it's up to you. You want to worship anything, it's up to you. That is your own personal business. But for us as a nation, for us as a nation, we have already chosen our 3 official religion. Officially, we have 3 official religion of the United States of Biafra. Either you're a traditionalist, a Christian, or Jewish religion. These are the 3 official religions in Biafra land. Not that others cannot exist. They are free to practice whatever they want, even in our territory. But we have official religion. And there will be restrictions and guidance on how things are going to be done. Even in these official religions, it will be guided and be monitored. So don't be confused. Go ahead, my brother.
Even preaching about things to worship on what we are saying now is quite different of a thing. Ndị banyị is n'okwu Igbo. Rapi further na moto ba n'imi ya n'ọkwụ n'ala enwere oche ka iwe oge gaba ebe ị na-eje. Rapi further na arụ moto ba na moto ka inwe ike iru ebe ị na-eje. Onye ọbụla na-agba account agba today na agba Simon ịkpa mkpa because the question of account did not open in November. True or false?
Exactly. That is another thing. That's another thing. This account has been there very long. That's why I showed that very message that person wrote, that EJ wrote on that comment section. They decided to put it open. Good, no problem. But the most important that thing has been there by man Simon Ekpa. Why didn't man Simon Ekpa throw it away?
You see, the same way has about this account case about the election member. And then anybody who is fighting this account today, you are fighting men on ground. You are fighting Simon, but not NgoziOrabueze. Indirectly, you are insulting Obatobie. Indirectly, you think you are exposing Obatobie, that Obatobie open an Islamic account because he is the one. Because of your name has been removed from the account, you are no longer a signatory to it. That is why you are propaganda about against the account. And you forget, he's my boss. I called him my boss. Your boss opened the account. And that is because of the account you are holding bears bridge. That is why I said that this London bridge, you are on it, will fall on top of you. So anybody who comes here and talking about your account, one rapụ onye anọ n'ihe abụ ọbụnala onwere oche n'ime moto ịpụta na park rapụ ife na Yongcha Grow rapụ ife na Rizuchukwu banye n'ime moto ka njiri moto buru oge ebe anyị na-eje. This is where we are, whether you like it or not. The account was been there before NgoziOrabueze emerged in office. You should go and ask Obatobie, why did you open an account today? And if you have ever posted an account on your platform, Chiamaka Jere, Sonny Akarawa, and their go. If you ever posted that account on your platform, you are deceiving yourself. If you are born to be on social media, Oga and Oga, Mbaka, Ekwensu were all Ekwensu got one by one. Kono, however, then I want to be now government Yamba. No, Begunuzu Biafra Ohi, Biafra Simba, enough is enough. Zuzruni, ya bank Sonny Akarawa is in the Brazilian account about doing no people. Only if you look about the account, won't be a fraga. One more you that I have before. You won't get there, a wash. I want to go watch a wee fair or la forever and ever. That accountability or lebe hano today. Okay, if you see Otu and Kunu live, Chiamaka Jere, Iga Mecha Laku one negi working. Iga Mecha Chiamaka Laku one negi working, Ken Guruago. Platform give a bank on edge, Madame Azi. So now, Ika Mecha Laku one negi working, Boburiski. This is where you are going. Give yourself 7 months. Ask yourself, where are you?
Thank you so much, my brother. My sister EJ. Sorry, I misquoted. I didn't know that you are a sister. So my beloved sister EJ, thank you so much for putting straight that word. I appreciate you for your contributions and your comments. And just like EJ has also written on that very comment, our people want you to explain everything. That is one thing I say, you must trust your government. You have given them that trust. The mandate have been given to the government through the self-referendum was conducted. Trust them to do things for you. And there are, just like the question they are asking the security side, they begin to ask unnecessary questions. They want you to explain everything online. It is not everything that you must know. It is not everything that must be explained. It is not everything that must be told to you online. We come online and we shout and talk about it. But some of us, they will come online, they will push you and push you. That is why many of us have made mistake. That is why some of us on the media made a mistake. When they come, they praise you on the comment section. They ask you to do that. Some people will call you privately. They tell you, why didn't you talk about this topic? Do you know how many people send me a topic to talk about? Do you know how many people write me and tell me to discuss about this and that? I ignore it. You don't have to tell me what to talk about. I know what to speak about when it has to do with the issue of government. And when you give me your topic, I know what the government needs and what Biafrans are supposed to hear about. It is not everything we come online and talk about. Some of us, they want you to break everything down. They want you to tear everything apart, and they will come and tell you, oh, tell the truth. Say that. What's truth? What truth? Do you cause confusion in the name of the truth? Truth is something that you will say. People will understand and peace will reign. You don't speak the truth to cause confusion. You don't speak the truth to cause confusion. You speak the truth for people to have joy and record will be set straight. Not to set confusion in the name of speaking the truth. You don't do that. But here, in this Biafra issue, some of us, you don't even know your limits on question you should ask. You think you can't know everything. Mazen Nandekan, in one of his broadcasts, he said, I am the one that knows everything when it comes to this issue of Biafra. When Mazen Nandekan was in charge, he said, I am the one that knows everything. You don't even know. You can be a member of the cabinet. You can be part of the government, but you don't know everything. You only know what I want you to know. That is what Mazen Nandekan said. I didn't say it. He said, you only know what I want you to know. You can't know everything, and you don't know anything. Mazen Nandekan made that comment during the time of Uchemefo. In one of his broadcasts, he said it. That you can be at the highest ranking of the DOS or IPOB, but yet you know nothing. You only know what I want you to know. That he alone is the only one that knows everything that has to do with that organization. And that is how it works. You see some people today, they come and claim they know this, they know that. You don't know. As far as this United States of Biafra is concerned today, the only person that is with us that knows more and has more information is Dr. NgoziOrabueze. If you come and begin to know more than her, you are just deceiving yourself and you're just being foolish. You are being foolish. You only know what she wants you to know. And you only have a limit to the information you think you have. The only person, when it comes to the restoration of Biafra today as we speak, in the United States of Biafra on how to do things, the only person that has more information is Dr. NgoziOrabueze. Only when our prime minister comes out, once our prime minister joins us, of course, our prime minister is the person that has multiple information that you cannot imagine. After our prime minister, the next person is the COS, because she organized most of the meetings. She sends out most of the information. People, some of them that are claiming they know this. Those meetings you attend, those places that you were sent, she was the one that drafted it and organized it and sent you to go. But today you see people coming to claim that you are going there, you are going this errand or this errand, you think you are now becoming invisible. It is sad, but we must continue to support Biafra. Remember the topic. There's a responsibility in being a Biafran. It's more than just answering a Biafra, occupying space. Don't just come and occupy space and block people and you are doing nothing. No. Take responsibility as a Biafran. And one of those responsibilities is joining the fundraising today and make your contribution. Donate. Go to the website. If you're in the homeland, the link is there. If you're living abroad, go now, make your donation during the fundraising. If you want to announce it, you come online and announce it. If you want to make it a silent donation, it is up to you. There are thousands of people that are donating without being announced. So do it the way you want it and make sure you are present in the fundraising today. Let it be the highest number recorded ever, because the enemy think that when they push their voice message and voice message, they will discourage Biafra. And I thank Chukwuka that Biafrans are already challenging that voice message. Biafrans are already dedicated and declaring that how one is in Unofa. I have seen many voice notes where people declare and say, I and my family will continue to support the United States of Biafra under Dr. Ngozi until Mazi Simon Ekpa joins us. Many people have made that declaration. Many people have made that pledge. And that shows me that Biafrans know what they want. These are people who are the true Biafrans, taking responsibility. That is what it takes to be a Biafran. Not just, it's not everybody that is claiming to be a Biafran that is a Biafran. Even some Janjaweed, they claim to be Biafrans. They will tell you that we are all Biafrans. That the Biafrans are people who are oppressed. So anybody that is oppressed is a Biafran. This is the human rights activity. You see them, they come out and they tell you that we are. No, we are not all Biafrans. It is only a true Biafran that will tell you how it feels to be a Biafran. It's only those who have responsibility, knows what it takes or how it feels to be a Biafran. You don't just come and claim to be a Biafran simply because by name or baby Biafran. Please, let us stop that and support our government and move on. And I bet you we are going to get the destination very soon. So my fellow Biafrans, today we have so many responsibilities, more especially the issue of that very fundraising. So we are going to round up and close the program so that people can preserve their data, more especially those who are watching from Nigeria, to be able, from Biafra land, to be able to join the program today on the fundraising, which is going to start by 7 p.m. Biafran time. Everyone needs to be there. So let us go on our closing remark as we round up on this very program. My beloved brother Greg, go ahead and give us your closing remark while we round up on the program. We'll be here for 3 good hours now.
Thank you, Brother Chus. Thank you for your good work. And may God be your strength. I just want to encourage the Biafrans to turn up today. Never listen to those people who are calling you to say they want to form another forum where they will be contributing money for men on the ground and telling you if you want to support Ngozi, no more if you want to support Biafra. But he tell you if you want to support Ngozi, you can go and support Ngozi, but not in their name. So he has another name now. He called musical. What do you call it? Musical.
They don't deserve the advertisement. Everybody know them.
So those things are just all those things are evil. Number one point there is, let's assume you started doing that thing. If anything happens to you, which ground will you hold to hold that person you are going to send that money to? There is no registration. There is no law backing that person. That is one thing I see. All these people that call themselves brig. You don't have any document that is holding you. The only thing you have is that you sign lobbyist contract. Apart from that, you don't have any legal thing that you're using to raise money. So if you are going to raise money with our sister who's saying he wants to start raising money, we in law back that money you're raising. If anything happens tomorrow, who will you hold responsible? If police arrest you and charge you for money laundering, who will you hold responsible? So people should always think. It's not just coming to the media. We will get together and raise money. So you have no law and you have nobody responsible. There is nothing to back you if you are going to put your 1 cent with her. So that it should be in your mind. So that is not just because of envy and the stupidness. Just deviate from what we are doing. And somebody call you, don't go and donate money there. If you go and donate money for Ngozi Orabueze, now it has turned to Ngozi Orabueze donating money for Ngozi Orabueze. She should ask herself, she and Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, who is more secure for people to put money on their hand? That is the question.
Audio.
You know, I don't know how people used to think. You see? So people should always reason and think fast. That is what the program we handled yesterday. You have to overthink and to smart your enemy.
Yeah.
So try to smart those who want to. Yes. Somebody asks you to contribute money without no law. There is no registered organization that is backing it. So you should be careful, because if anything happens tomorrow, you have no ground to hold him or her responsible. that money you put there will just go like that. So that is my message to them today. Thank you, and may God bless Biafra.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Greg. I appreciate you. Can you also give us your closing remark as we round up?
I just hope I'm coming out.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, I want to thank you also for standing tall with Mazuko 247. Because in history of Simon Ekpa, in Biafra liberation, believe you me, there will be honor in Biafra and be given to those who have standed without deviating.
So 1 minute. 1 minute,
Okay.
is not thanking him for standing for 247. Thank him for standing for Biafra. Because that one message.
Yeah. No, I didn't say he stand for 247. I mean, 2 of them were standing for Biafrans under Simon Ekpa. That is where I'm going. So I thank you for standing for Biafrans. I thank you for no matter what's coming, that you believe that after rain, there must be sunshine. May Elohim bless you, protect you, encourage you. You and Mazugo, who have never debated, has become our role model. And because of people like you, that is why it's hungry us to come and join you people, to release this blow a little bit from you people, to make sure that more people come in to help and serve Biafra with example of you and you go 247. You will live to see Biafra. But the truth, I will see you in Biafra and give you a hug and give you a honor, a cap for standing tall. May he bless you in Eke. May he bless you in Ori. May he bless you in Afo and bless you in Nkwo. Whatever you lay your hand shall prosper. Whatever you lay your hand, have fusion. I can see it in you. We thank you so much at this time in time. In Biafran people, my Biafran brothers and sisters, anybody who is asking you to not to donate, ask yourself, that person, is he more Biafra than you? Ask yourself, this is asking me not to donate on this account. Is he the one who gives me a job? Is he the one who is paying me? From when to when do I know him, he or her? And from before he joined, where he is and what he's been doing. Ask yourself all these questions and ask yourself, I myself, do I want my freedom? In whose hand did my freedom lies? If you know that your freedom lies in your hand, your destiny is in your hand, but through the government of USB, that destiny will be brighter and you will have it in abundantly until you needed. Come all to donate today. Come all to support. Come all to give your widow's mind. That thing that makes you a Biafran. That thing that makes you to stand. Like I said, I, Chinonso, stand with the United States of Biafra under DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. Ọ bụrụ na ọ bụ ya, ọ bụ ọkụ ya. Ọ bụrụ na ọ bụrụ ya, nwanne ọ bụrụ ya. Nke a bụ nke anyị, bụ gọọmenti anyị. Government who believe, who want to help his people. Who government who listen to their people. I will also use this government. If anybody is in our cabinet of president of Biafra, if that person did not have what is fetching him money very well, please remove them. Level where we are now, pose Makanda even in a cabinet, when I said how the people na Biafra well. Only over there when now table. Ya have cabinet ya so. Or cabinet here, they in a 3 months or 4 months. A change again. Because street of the rest of Biafra. Only the way 6 months, see change here. Only how the line for him, they must see where Pia. Only Ozabata. Because now I'm not India. Ugbo mpaire nwa ji wee mụ ibia. Mana nwaanyị mụchara nke si na ibia ya ọ ya adịrị ya na mma. Ka Chukwu oke abịa ma gozie mba anyị ga-agba na mba anyị na-agba iji wee bịa kwado maka okwu nwere onwe anyị maka ịlaga defend ya Biafra land. May our liberation army men on ground, may God visit them. May the ancestors visit them and make them to change from Ebahanaga, Gabanozo dem. Kamu ala Biafra jideha. Mapochi hande na kwa. What ha knows Ezioku. What ha knows Ezioku ne. What ha nori. What ha na po. What ha na po. Ezioku na fofo na elu mana ase na ato. Ya dra na mu Biafra ha jugo ka bia ma. He said.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution and conclusion. I appreciate everyone that have connected to this program, everyone that have joined us in this program from the beginning to the end. Thank you so much for being part of the program. And I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to guide us, protect us, secure us as we enjoy our weekend. While you are enjoying your weekend, don't forget to be part of the fundraising today. Let us make it the greatest. Whether you are donating or not, make sure you are in that very fundraising today, 7 p.m. Biafran time. Try as much as possible. No amount is too big. No amount is too big. Even if we don't... Remember Mazen Nanekan was asking for $1. He said $1. If 1 million Biafrans donate $1, do you know how much is this? If 1 million Biafrans come in and donate $1, do you know how much it is? We have the numbers, and that numbers alone can give us what we want. Your widow's mite can go a long way. Try as much as possible to join that fundraising. As we close this program now, you just go to the link. Go to our platform, you see the link. If you go to our platform, either in WhatsApp group or in the platform of the government, United States of Biafra government on X. Just type United States of Biafra government on X. You're going to see it. Or you type Dr. Ngozi You're going to see it on X. Verified account. You will see the link for the fundraising. Just go in there. You will see the link for the payment also. You just go. The direction is there. Or you look at the flyer. When you see the flyer, you are going to see the link. Just write the link on your browser. Make sure you get it correct. And then you make your donation. Then during the fundraising, you can come and announce your own contribution. You can come and announce it if you want to announce it. If you don't want to announce it, you want to keep it silent, you can just make your silent donation. It is for your own sake. It is not for Dr. NgoziOrabueze. It's not for my sister Manekwa. It's not for my sister Nanekan. It is for your own security, for your own life. Dr. NgoziOrabueze already have a wonderful life in the United States. She has made it. She has everything she needs. And she's making it. If they tell you how much she contributes, if you know how much she has committed, you wouldn't even have the guts to begin to talk. You'll be asking, why is she bothering herself even coming into this very, 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 very struggle, and people will be talking down on her and belittling her. But it is a cross. Chukwu Okike my call and she answered. And today, she's doing what she had to do. Please join us 7 p.m. and do your own part. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect every Biafran, every single Biafran, wherever you are. Chukwu Okike will guide and protect you, secure you, give you long life in the land of living. We will all meet in Biafra land. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Samuel Ekpa. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Supreme Mazi Nanekan. We pray that they will all be strengthened. More revelations, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Those who have been held captive will be set free, and they will join us soon. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again in the fundraising. And tomorrow, hopefully, I will try to be live also. Thank you and stay blessed. See you next time.
Prosperity, progress, but see, in the mother, I have a dog, Ndoka, Bunny people, super dog. When I was there, Tuesday, when I don't have person, I can't rush, you have person, you got to go no, cannot go on agua, Niagara Puno, no lonsa, wa, and Dora Pugono, Nakakureba, and I couldn't empty. Una cousin, what is the Akunu, young guitar? Una cousin. ebe pastọ na-anọ na jet na-agba n'elu ndị na-akụrụ ya egwu anaghị n'ala na-akụ egwu ọnọghị n'elu ebe pastọ ga-anụrụ biri ezigbo ụlọ esi ya na-eku ya ụmụ ogbenye atụ ego jewe na-agbagharị ya fuel na jeneretọ ma ogbe ihe a chere mụ na sọ bụ atụrụ eji chụọ aja kedu ka esi wee were ụnụ chụọ aja ọ na-aka ndị jiri ụnụ chụọ aja mma ejiri gị chụọ aja na-agba moto 7 million 10 million naira isikwana ihe eje eluigwe ịnwe na ndị ụka ịfọ na enwe ebe unu ga-eje ndị isi ndị ụka onwere ebe unu na-eje o onwekwa ebe unu na-eje o bikọz na-edekwara edekwuo na ọgaranya ije enugwe ji adị ka anyịnya ịga na agala igwe andị ngụ abụ ọgaranya onwere ebe ị na-eje marakwa na onwe ebe ị na-eje andị ịkwena ka ịdodo ndị mmadụ ebe a gbanị anyị ji akwadobe ọgụ onye bụrụ na ọmụ maka o nwere eso ụmụ ya dewe n'ọgụ na-ada ọ bụ na egbe ka ị nwere edo egbe edo ezo n'ọgụ na-ada ọ bụ na ọgwụ ka ị na-agwọta a ji egwọta ọgwụ ụmụ Izrel jiri gwọọ ọgwụ na Baịbụl ama mụ na amakwa nke a na ndị ụmụ Izrel jiri ọgụ gụọ Baịbụl wee bụrụ na akọba bụ prosperity and ngwongwo na ngwongwo gwanị ndị mmadụ na-alụ ọgụ na Baịbụl ihe niile ha na-agụrụ gị na Baịbụl ọbụ mmadụ anọ ebe ejiri ọgụ agwaghị ha na ndị Filistia na-ewe lụọ Filistia ọdị n'obodo oyibo ọrụ na-afụ ụwa ka ọ dị Filistia ọdị n'eluigwe ụmụ Izrel ewee chekwa nke ekwute ụmụ Izrel mgbe anyị dị n'ụmụaka iche ma ụmụ Izrel ọ bụ na eluigwe ka ọ dị nekwa Izrel ebe ni ya na-ekwu okwu ya Jerusalem obodo dị ihe ahụ ọ bụ n'eluigwe ka ọ dị Jerusalem dị ebe ni ihe niile na Filistia dị ebe ni Corinthians ihe niile a na-agbaghị akwụkwọ ndị Corinthians dịka edere ndị ihe niile a bụ n'ụwa m na-aga na-agba nọ ka o mee o ihe mere eme ebe a ihe mere eme and o nwere ndị o mere n'oge fa so n'oge nke anyị anyị ga-eje ọgụ kwadoni ọgụ na ọgụ na-ada gbabaziri ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada mụ na agwa mana ha weta ji weta rice weta nke a weta projekti unu emewara projekti ya zuo n'ike projekti gbada na nke emetere emetere ibegwodu gbana ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada let people get ready because na ọgụ na-ada ihe akịta na-abụrụzikwa ọgụ ụmụazị ndị Igbo be anyị mụrụ na anya o ọgụ na-ada o a na-ekwu na ọgụ na-ada ma nkunu si aghọta mụ na na-aghọta ihe ịnakọta na enwude ga-ebere isi onye ụka egburu isi eti na akpa awa onwe ihe unu menwu enwude onye isi ndị ka na-egburu isi tọwa onwe ihe imenwu abịa n'ihu gara nwunye gị na ụmụ gị niile burezi igwe ucha ebere arabiri igbubere onwe ihe imenwu kwa estel fada ngwa gị kụbakwa aka ịtọkwa ebe ihe na-akwa ka a na-agwụ ụnụ ka abacha na-agwụ onwe ihe imenwu onwe ihe anwa menwu a nakata egburu fada isi ha irisie blak kpagharịa rituo mgbe ibi nọ mgbe eji bido igbu fada ka ha ji wee bido na-akpagharị na-eme protest oge mbụ wezie gị n'ozi ọma na ọ ga-adịcha mma gịnị gwara gị na ọ ga-adị mma onye ifuru ka ọ na-anwụ anwụ isi ya na ọ ga-adị mma kemgbe ọ ga-adị mma tell people na-enwere ọgụ na ọgụ na-akwado ịda n'obodo ọgụ na-ada n'obodo gbanwe ndị mmadụ ha sevubu ihe ha ga-eji wee gaa lụ ọgụ onye nwere ego were kashi gị tii n'akpa na-esevukwu kachi na be gị ọ na-abụ ọgụ ada ị na-enye ndị agha onye agha nwude gị inye ego ọ ga-avali ugodi ego ahụ inyere for the moment ọ gwa gị na-awa were ego a na-azụgodi onwe gị gbaa ị na-ejiri asụ ego a dị ijekwa na bankị ahụ ị na-amakwa na ịkpatakwa aka kpatakwa ị na-esevukwa ego biko na bankị ga-efelu onye ọbụla mgbe ahụ maka na ọgụ anyị adada kịta eklozuo bankị agụ ewe bee gị ebe agụ ewe pịawa agha azụ so ndị ụka ka nnachi gwa nka gbanị ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada unu ekụzi n'ihe ọzọ na-agwa ha na ọgụ na-ada ọ maka ihe na nwudebeghị gị n'aka ka iji ekweta na ọ na-eme a na-enwude ndị mmadụ n'aka ọgụ na-ada ọgụ na-ada and ọgụ a ga-ada ihe edere na Baịbụl emere ụnụ ka ụnụ mata na ọ ya ada mana onwe onye chọrọ ịnụ ya kịta maka ọ dị ka na-azụta ego n'ime ahịa ọgụ na-ada tell people na-akwado ịlụ ọgụ ịgwazara ihe ị na-ezi ya from January to December ofu ihe na-agwa ha ka ị na-agwa ha chenjere ha topik gwa na ha na ọgụ na-ada anaghị agụ some part na Baịbụl ka ha wee kweta na ọgụ na-ada ịga na Revelation ọgụ a na-ada na edere ya na ọ ga-ada mana ị naghị like ịgụ Revelation ọfụ ma ịgụ Revelation ihe ebe ya agụ ebe dị gị important ebe ndị ụka ya nụ wee like ya gị enye onye Project Sunday enye nke ndị fa ndị Chelsea enye nke ndị Man U enye nke ndị General enyezie nke ndị a na-akpọ Jesus Zone ihe niile na-enyekọcha ya mgbe ọbụla ụnụ na-atọ na building ụnụ na-arụ nke ọrụ nke arụ a na-arụkasị ihe na-arụ ụnụ tozi na rebuild onwezi anaghị emezi ihe ọfụọ o rebuild ihe nke arụrụ ochie arụgharịkwa ya nke arụgata ekpughepụ ya kụọ ya parapet arụkwa ọzọ ụmụ ogbenye a na-ata afụ onwebe ebe ụka rụbara ihe rụba ụlọ ụka rụọ ọrụcha ogbenye soro tụọ ego arụcha ụlọ ụka nwe ogbenye agụọ ya akwụkwọ gwa m ụlọ ụka ahụ the most expensive church enwe and the most expensive school enwere bụ ndị ụka nwunye mana ndị ga-atụ ego ya bụ ụmụ ogbenye rụsị ya ndị ahụ unu na-eme ebiri ekpere Wednesday ka ha rabụ ndị ọkọtụ maka ndị ọkọtụ bụ ndị nwere n'ego n'anya unu ka ha rabụ ndị ọkọtụ Holy Ghost ụmụ ogbenye na-enyekwara gị aka jakwa nakwa ndị big man ga-enyere ha aka faya anụbịa anụcha mgbe ejozi iji wee ụmụ akwụkwọ n'ụlọ akwụkwọ ejekwa kpọrọkwa ndị ụmụ ọkọtụ ahụ dịka isi chie ya ajekwa kpọrọkwa ha ga-agụkwa ya maka price ị ga-eti ya ndị ga-emetagwu ya bụkwa ndị ọkọtụ ahụ ị na-akpọkwa ọkọtụ kịta bikọz na ọkara gị wee nwee ego bụrụ onye ọkọtụ na-ada fire and ohelu fire ka unu dagidere mgbe ọnụ nwụrụ ọkụ ala nwụrụ ọkụ elu nwụrụ ọkụ ala nwụrụ ọkụ fire oreru ka ọchanja bidoro ịgba ọkụ unu ncha agbafucha onwe ezi onye afọ fire unu tibere gbara ọchanja ọkụ kemgbe ahụ unu agbaala ọsọ na fire onye ọbụla na ọrụ onwe ya ya bụ ụtọ ndị iwe na-ewe m nke unu ebidogokwa iwe m iwe n'ikpeazụ gbanị ndị mmadụ eziokwu hapụ ihe unu na-agba ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada gbanị ndị mmadụ nsogbu anyị nwee iru kita no mande obu ndị esmen n'ime ọhịa ebe ị ga-agbaba ma alụba ọgụ ka ha jiri birigodi ebiridi den ebiri n'ime ọhịa kọnka ime ọhịa niile nne ga-agba n'ọsọ n'ugbo nna ga-agba n'ọsọ n'ugbo gbogote n'elu ala anyị na-ekwu okwu ha niile nọcha na junction niile esi abanye na bunu sil onwebi ihe ịfụrụ onwebi ihe ị chọrọ imepe anya ha niile nọcha na junction bunu ịnọkọta na azụbeghị fụ ka na kpamkpamkpamkpamkpamkpa n'ụdịrọ na polisi akwụkwọ n'azụ ụlọ gị den ọgụ ada kịta ka ebe ị ga-ezo kịta arụsị niile dị n'obodo unu buru eburu sị na unu buru ya n'aha Jizọs unu eburu ya n'aha Jizọs were sọziere anyị n'aha onye kwani Jizọs unu na-akpafu unu na-egwu ewayo unu kwuo nke unu ekwu
ga-emekwa gị nwụọ n'ike elugo ọ ga-emekwa gị daa n'ike a sịkwara Chineke na enweghị ihe ọ ga-eme maka ọ ga-eme gị nwụọ n'ike hope a sịkwana na ọ dịghị ihe Chineke ga-eme ọ ga-emekwa ya ịfụnanya isi eluigwe na nwere ihe ọ ga-eme maka Biafra ọ ga-eme ya ịfụ ya n'anya ịghọtago etu a ka ọ dị ịghọtago ọnwụọ pie ogbugo ọtụtụ anwụgo